You don't seem to need a warm-up.
No.
Like I would need.
No, I just kind of let it fly. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes it's not so great. Sometimes I say things like, well, I shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said it that way. Put one of those on the last episode.
Yeah, you did. I forgot to edit that out. I'm sorry.
That's fine. If that's the most offensive thing we do this entire episode or this entire career that we have, I think we got out pretty good.
Well, the fans just don't know what I've really edited out that we've said. The rants
All right,
we've
are
gone
you trying to get the FCC to come knocking on the door?
No, but they have a few times. I feel like we haven't cursed, and maybe we did, so I don't put that it was an explicit episode.
Oh, you're waiting for that.
Oh, they come in and they put the E on there.
Oh, do they?
They do.
Oh, man.
So they know.
You can't sneak it past them.
So if they really wanted to come after us.
So mother fudging, and we're going to eat for that. We'll see.
Maybe. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Undrafted and Overconfident podcast on a Wednesday, August 19th, 2026. I'm Jason Semko. With me, Brandon Vigo Gordon.
Good to see you, sir. It's been a week.
Yeah.
Voice is back.
You sound great.
I feel more like myself.
You look great.
Thank you. So do you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm rocking. You can kind of see it. My very faded Nationals.
It actually
tee.
comes in better
right
on the
it's
camera.
The light. It's the light. Yeah. So rocking we're getting near the end of the baseball season. We've got a few touch points on that. So I got to rep that. What are you rocking here? What is this? EX2 Off-Road Half Marathon?
I ran this with Will Billy.
Oh, yeah?
I actually got on the podium.
Ooh.
Finished third in the
your
whole
age
thing.
group or the whole thing?
I think the age group, actually.
Okay, yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, still, yeah. Third in the world, right?
Yeah,
the world competition.
We'll say that.
I remember the shirt because you wore that in Pittsburgh on the same day that Will Billy did. You guys swear you didn't plan it.
It was just one of those weird moments. We literally were changing at the same time in our room, and we turned around and looked at each other, and we're like, no effing way. Same freaking shirt.
Same freaking shirt, same freaking time. Do we just turn into best friends?
Yup.
You guys both changed in the room at the same time? Who would be a fly on that wall?
I know. If only you could have been so lucky.
Yes, I know. Maybe in another life. But yeah, so that was last weekend. Let's talk about this weekend, man. You were bound for a letdown from
I know
the FAG week where it was just nothing but nonstop action to whatever you did this weekend. How was your weekend?
The weekend was good. I did make my triumphant full return to pickleball.
Hey, you're back.
I'm back, and man, has my wife gotten good.
Ooh.
Like
she took that week while you were away, and it's just like Rocky montage, like
well, I was out like a week, a month and a half.
Yeah.
So she picked up some game.
She got like a gnarly old coach. She's a wrecking machine.
Dude, they're calling her like the wall.
Ooh.
Like everything that gets hit to her comes right back.
All right.
But, she picked me up. She was saving my butt in one of our matches. So that was super fun to see. Stunk that I was the one that was kind of holding us back. I'm not used to that.
I know you hate that. You're like, I want to be the guy.
But if anyone will do that I won't get upset, it is my wife.
It's the missus.
Yeah. But I'm playing like with you. I almost don't care if we win or lose. It's just I want to play better than my partner did.
That's fair.
I don't know.
That's the competitor, and
sometimes I'm like, that's what holds me back. Maybe held me back. Like
it's like you tripped me. I'm like, it's like, oh, you didn't get that. Jeez,
come on,
I would have
done
that.
Geez, no wonder we lost. At least I played better than you. But no, that was fun. But no, we actually on Monday, my wife and I went to, and I'm going to use this term loosely, a rap concert. Because
a rap concert.
Because
could you be whiter? We went to a rap concert.
Well, they were both white rappers.
Oh, okay. Was Bubba Sparks? Is that a throwback?
That is a throwback.
Bubba Sparks.
Was it Paul Wall?
Paul Wall. Find me a grill, man.
I know. No, there was couldn't have been more than 30 people in this venue.
This was a concert? Okay.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what else to really superly call it, because that's what they call it on the ticket.
Okay.
But no, it was. We went to go see this guy Ashton Larold.
Not a whiter rap name than Ashton what?
Larold. Yeah,
that's his rapper name.
Yes, and we thought that was his real name.
That's his stage name.
That's his stage name.
Ashton
Larold.
He's
30 years old.
Okay.
He's got some good songs. And we also saw the main headline was Kill Bill, the rapper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never heard of him.
Didn't much care for him.
Nope.
But it was so weird. We were by far the oldest people there.
Oh, so this is like a young crowd. They were like, oh, the Kill Bill's coming to town.
They all look like VCU students.
Where was the venue?
It's called the Camel, which is literally right across the street, almost from the other location of where I work.
The Camel Toe.
But
yes.
but right there in the city of Richmond.
Okay.
Very small venue. It's like a restaurant, and then it had like a side stage where you could have like band play, rapper, just like a standing room area.
Okay.
So it was fun. The music was good, but it was one of those where both rappers each time they're like getting closer. This song's kind of like going to be like a headbanger, so we need everyone to jump. And my wife, who was in front of me, like turned back and was like, I don't think we can do this. And I was like, I don't think I can either. I tried, and after like 10 jumps, I was like, my knees can't take this anymore.
I thought you're just because like you're not rhythmically with everybody else. Like you're jumping off beat. You're like they're up and you're down, and you're up and they're down.
Well, that happened a little bit. That was another reason to stop. But no, it was just some of these guys. I'll give them credit. With 30 people, I root for both these guys.
Oh, okay.
Because
they made fans out of you.
They did. Because they sang and rapped and gave the energy like it was like MetLife Stadium.
Really? Okay.
I mean, they were full bore into it. They were pouring their heart out. And the only thing I could remember was I saw this clip. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Who was the rapper that was with? You're not going to know.
Oh, how dare you?
Travis Scott.
I wouldn't know Travis Scott. Thank you. Thank you for painting this picture of me.
You're welcome. But, you know, he ended up selling out stadiums, dating one of the Kardashians. I saw this clip of him at I think it was in Houston, like just a small little rap venue. Literally 8 people were watching him. And he was going so hard in the paint, sweat everywhere, like rapping like, again, it's just this huge stage that he's on with a huge fan base egging him on. No, he's grinding. And I felt like these guys were grinding and just laying it all out there, and this is their job. And I was like, I'm rooting for these guys.
Hey,
like,
there you go.
These guys don't just start out where they just go to a studio, put a record out, and then all of a sudden they're playing in these huge venues. Like, they start off small, even the most popular ones. And to do that kind of grind, because it was a Monday night with 30 people at the most, and they're going out there like it's their last ever concert. So
yeah, all right,
kudos
land
to
it all
man.
out there. Yeah. That's how you get those diehards. They're like, man, great set, right? You know, you can be the best voice or whatever, but you're only going to go so far if you can't perform live. And they're doing it. So.
And they put on a good show, too. They kept you entertained. They were funny. They had some good collabs with each other. Ashton Lerold, listen to him. Kind of funny.
Okay.
Has a song where he just doesn't like Guy Fieri and just raps about it. So it's fun.
Kind of sounds like Lonely Island. Sounds like something Lonely Island would do.
A little bit.
All right. But it wasn't like Lil Dicky. It wasn't like comedy rap or anything like that.
No, not
you know who Lil
quite
Dicky
that.
is, or do I need to explain who that is?
I'm sorry, I don't know. You're talking about who was the singer that you're like, I just love this guy because he has great pipes, and I'm like, I didn't know if you turn genres.
No, I'm an equal opportunist.
Okay.
All right, you know, if it's good music, it's good music. We talked about how I hate mumble rap. So if you try and give me a mumble rap guy, I'll be like, nope.
Okay.
Pass on that. No, but you're talking about Teddy Swims. Teddy Swims rocks.
There it is. Yeah.
You got pipes, man. Got pipes.
Yeah. Hey, you and him could do a good duet after what I heard. Pittsburgh.
I'm a one-hit wonder, man.
I'd pay to see that.
All right. Well, all right, Teddy, you heard the man. Let's make this happen,
Make
man.
it happen.
Yeah, so anything else? I mean, that's a good weekend. You went to a concert.
Yeah.
You got some exercise.
No, it was fine. And then, but man, starting off that Monday, it kind of got me thinking about when we would record on Mondays.
Yeah.
'Cause the rest of the week has just felt behind. I mean, we didn't get home till like 11:30 on a Monday night.
I know.
It's just old, man.
Yeah, man, you can't do that.
Like my wife wanted to stay because they said they were going to come out and like take pictures and do autographs or something.
Yeah.
And we sat there for like 5 minutes, and she's like, "All right, let's just go. It's already late enough."
I gotta be up in the morning.
I know.
I gotta feed my dog.
We gotta work.
Yes.
These other kids.
All these
are just
VCUs, they're like, yeah, we're gonna sleep through our 8:00 class.
Exactly.
I remember those days.
Me too.
Why did I ever give myself an 8:00 class?
Freshman year of college. I am an early person.
You are okay.
but college was a new beast.
That's a different altogether.
I signed up freshman year, first semester, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8, 9, 10 o'clock.
What
classes.
is wrong with you?
I rarely went to any of them.
Were you just
ever.
like, I'll knock them out and then I'll have the rest of the day? Is
yes,
that what you're doing?
The rest of the day to go to the gym, play flag football, play soccer.
Yeah.
Yes, that was going to be
the
a
mindset.
great plan.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll never forget when me, Will, Billy, and Seabeer, we had the same, I don't know, it was like a business class at like 9 o'clock on, same thing, Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
Little did we know, did we decide to join the bowling club.
Oh, yeah.
Bowling club that went out every Thursday night, and it was an S show.
Yes, it was.
Complete S show. We had our own nicknames. We named them after Top Gun call signs.
That's right.
We had I was Jester.
Okay.
Named Fitz. And every time I got a strike, I don't know why me and Seaver thought this was going to be a good, like, because we tried to do, like, you know, touchdown celebrations. After a strike, we do our own little kind of dance thing.
I remember.
And I would lay on the ground, and he'd act like a fisherman. I'd act like a fish on a line, and I'd just, like, do this move. That was my thing. Yeah. What a stupid idea. Why did I agree to this? Best was, we're going to give a shout out. We haven't given him a shout out. Kurt Emery.
Oh,
Kurt
yeah.
Emery. He was on our team, and his call sign was Hollywood.
Okay.
And every time he got a strike, we would all run up to him like paparazzi, and we'd be like, shh, 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 shh. That was the best. I would slide down, and I'd like get it up from the top. Man, that was a great one. People hated playing against us.
Oh, I played with you guys, I think, the last year you did it.
Yeah.
I kind of didn't remember you guys had the call names.
Oh, yeah, we had call. Yeah, we had
But
call,
I do remember the
signs.
celebrations. And everyone else was there just quiet.
I know, they were like a bunch of dorks. Like they were like trying to like and the way that they did this league is that they would allow you to, like, you know, let's gauge what your talent level is. So the first one, they'd be like, okay, like do a round, and this will be what your handicap will be.
Yeah.
So of course we sandbag the crap out of it, like gutter ball. So that when we're just lacing strikes, we're destroying people. And people got so mad because like, you guys are sandbagging. We're like, what are you talking about? But then it started evening out because we would pregame go keep drinking, and then even with the sandbagging, we would still lose because we were just so sloppy.
I would just remember showing up there too, yeah, and I would just want to just talk trash because I just wanted to compete.
Yeah.
And I would just start yelling at the other team.
Yeah,
and they're just sitting there in their chairs like, why is this guy talking to us? Still, it's the third game, and we haven't said anything to him. I'm like, you like that? That's how we do.
I do remember that. How we didn't get kicked out of that club.
I have no idea.
We made it lively. They should thank us, pay us for our dues. But yeah, no, but then the Friday morning class was a nightmare. Absolute nightmare.
Did you actually go?
I went. I feel like I went more than the three of us. Out of all of us, I was the one that went most. And I remember it because, yes, it was a business class. I do remember this.
Living with Seabear, I believe that you would have gone more than he would. I would have picked Will
Billy, yeah. I think he had zero respect for that class.
Okay.
And he was like, I can coast and still get a B. And I think he did. Because he's just a clever guy, Will Billy.
I know.
But yeah, so that sounds like a fun weekend.
It was.
My weekend was quiet. I wanted a quiet weekend after a very loud one. We had like a neighborhood like end of summer party. We went over there for the kids. They had a big water slide or like one of those blow up slides.
Yeah.
Went down, stayed there for a couple hours. But other than that, it was just kind of a chill weekend. The most exciting thing about me is that I found my new itch to scratch, and that's betting on preseason football, baby.
Oh my God. You guys are such degenerates.
Oh, excuse me. I'm 2 for 2. So on the last weekend, on the first week of preseason, it was the Dolphins versus the Commanders in the preseason, and I posted in our group chat. I jokingly, it was really just a joke. I was like, all right, and I put like I set it as $100 bet.
Yes, you did.
Because the Commanders were home dogs. They were like plus 1.5 or 1.5. And I was like, okay, plus number if they on the money line. I was like, $100 wins me like $150. Yeah. And I was like, Seabear, who's with me? And then Seabear came out and he was like poo-pooing. He's like, well, I wouldn't do that. Like the Dolphins are playing their starters. And Darkness came in and he was like, yeah, I wouldn't make that bet.
I know. I remember seeing that.
And I was like, oh yeah? double down. I was like, done. I put it in. And because they were joking, they're like, yeah, the Dolphins are playing their starters. So I was like, yeah, so it's like second string versus second string. Their team is awful. Yes. Like that's not it's
also, the starters would be in for one
series. Exactly. And that's the other thing. I was just like, yeah, who cares? Like, I mean, that's not the whole game. And what happened? Hit.
I know.
Hit. So you know what I did the next night? Doubled down.
Dude, I know.
I did it again. I even put it on the chat, too. I was like, boys, who's coming with me? And I did $100. Again, Ravens home dogs by like 2.5 to the Eagles.
That's right.
And they trounced them. Ravens trounced them.
The Ravens are preseason guys.
Exactly. That's the other thing I was thinking. I was like, they live to always win in the preseason.
Yes.
So I was like, why wouldn't I bet on their home and their dogs? I'm getting a plus number. So I did it again. I was like, $100. Who's with me? Silence from Seabear. Silence from darkness. Yeah. But somebody had come along with me. DW.
He did.
He came alongside me. He didn't go all the full hundo. Yeah. He did get 50, and he won himself $80. So trail me, my friends. I'm going to continue to do this. This is my new bit. I am up $310 right now. Yeah. Why not let it ride? So this is I gave Jimbo a sneak peek for our friends that want to. They might not get it in time unless they listen to our podcast tomorrow because there's a couple games. This is the method behind my madness. Especially if there seems like this in like the regular season, these shouldn't be, but because they're this team's gonna start some of their starters for like one possession, like they're favored. I always go for the home team dog if it's a narrow gap.
Okay.
So tomorrow you got the Raiders are favored against the Texans. Texans are home dogs plus 1.5. $100 there.
I have not seen your face look so lit up and
I'm
happy.
So excited. I'm $300 up. I'm playing with house money. House money right now. Tomorrow night also, Niners and Chargers. Chargers are home dogs plus 1.5. Who are the Niners going to play? Why are they favored here?
You're right. You're not wrong at all.
And then the next day, your boys. How are your Steelers home dogs to the Jets? 1.5. I'm telling you all right now, guys. This is the Vegas bettors. They don't care about preseason football. They're just flipping a coin. They're like, whatever. It's a crapshoot. They're gonna focus all of their attention on regular season. Now is where you make your bank. Go home dogs, especially again the Jets Steelers. I'm putting 100 on that easy. Like that's an easy one. I'm going on your boys.
Thank you.
Boys, home dogs, give me a plus 108. Give me that. And then, I don't know, I'll do it on one of the other teams. I'm not going to tell you which one. You guys make your own choice. I'll probably put it in the WhatsApp group and be like, who's with me?
Of course you will.
And it'll either be, it might have to be Texans over Raiders, although Mendoza's probably going to be playing a lot, I'm guessing.
You would think.
And I got better odds with the Chargers. Maybe I'll just support my wife. And I'll just take the Chargers as home dogs plus 1.5. So this is my jam now. This is my jam until it all starts crumbling down.
I'm starting to get a little worried about you.
Don't worry, because I'm going to stop once regular season. I'll start doing $10 bets again. Like 5, 10. Okay. I'm not doing anything crazy because the regular season's insane. And look, right after that, we got another one. We got Panthers, Jaguars. Jaguars home dogs plus 1.5. I mean, my cup runneth over.
That's what they all say. I'll stop once this happens. You're gonna want that one last score.
Well, that's what happened to me in the casino in Pittsburgh, right? I was up like 200, and Jimbo even said, "Let's go," and I was like, "No." Yeah. And then they changed the dealer on the blackjack table, and then it went. So yeah, you just gotta know when to get out.
Well, at least you didn't pull. So we kind of forgot to mention, there's a few things we left out. We did so much, but when we left the casino, we went to go say goodbye to you and Jimbo.
Yeah.
And we were like, well, let's go see Darkness and see how he's doing. And he had a pretty fat stack of chips at roulette.
Okay. He was at roulette?
He was at roulette.
Okay.
And he was looking like he was doing really well. I mean, his chip stack, I don't know what the dollar amounts were, but it was a lot bigger than what like you and Jimbo had.
Yeah.
And so we're like, hey, we're leaving. And he's like, I'm playing. I'm doing great. Like, I can't go.
Go, man.
So we're like, all right, man, well, we'll see you back at the place. Jimbo and Bigo are still over there. So maybe you can catch a ride with them or something, like whatever. So we go to the Uber. We're standing outside. It's taking a while because everyone's getting an Uber.
Yeah.
Less than 10 minutes later, turn around, and who's standing right next to us? And he's like, "Yep, lost it all." He's like, "I'll catch a ride with you guys." We're like, "What happened?"
You were up so big.
I know.
Roulette, man, it's a hell of a mistress. But yeah, so this is you know, like FanDuel and Hard Rock's going to come for me. They're going to shut us down now that they see my algorithm here.
I know.
Home dogs, small margin, take the money line more often than not. I mean, I'm 2 for 2 so far.
It's impressive. What comes up must come down.
We'll see. I mean, you just got to pick them right.
I do worry about. I'll be honest. I worry about almost all of you guys because, you know, you all love to send in like these big wins, good wins.
Oh, you think we don't send the losses?
Well, of course not. Who's going to send the losses? But for every win, I'm like, what is there? 3 or 4 losses attached to all of this?
How about this? I will promise you, if I lose big, I won't give you like I lost $5. Like, yeah, because I picked the A's to money line that same night where I had the preseason ones. I was like, but it was like a $10 bet and I lost that.
Okay.
Do you want me to give you my $10 losses?
No, I don't.
Do you want me to give you the big losses? I'll give you the big losses.
I would like to hear about the big losses. Just put that as your first bet.
Yeah. Like it's you gotta put your sack on the table, right? Like you show the bet before you win.
Yes.
Be like, I put this bet down. Because, I mean, half of us are probably going to be rooting against you. I hope the freaking goose eggs. I hope he freaking loses that. Because we're hateful mongers. We just hate.
I know.
We just want to hate on each other. But, I mean, put it on the table, man. Like, you know, whip it out, put it on the table, man.
Agreed. If you put more than like
if you only
$50,
put because I mean, those two I showed, I was like, this is the bet I'm doing. I put it in. But I mean, I'm all in. I'll do it through the rest of the preseason.
Okay.
I'm on house money right now, and I have to keep winning because I mean, I don't know if I told you this, but you know our friend
brother from
Big Dollars Hunter.
Yeah,
Big Dollar Hunter. I don't know. We'll just call him that. I call him Big Fatty, but he don't like when I call him that.
No, he doesn't.
Oh no, actually, he doesn't care. He's like, oh my god, you're just jealous because I'm so huge. He's wrote me in the last 2 years in his Big Baller League.
Yeah.
Big buy-in. Like, and we split it. And I'm still.
Oh, you split that amount?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, I'll put down on a piece of paper.
No, I think I remember.
This is how much I have to put in.
Yeah. No, I remember that. Yeah.
So I have to keep winning. So that I can cover my entry fee for this.
You need about all these home team dogs.
Yeah,
to come out
they gotta go, baby.
Oh boy!
Or else I might be telling Big Dollar Hunter I'm not coming this time.
What would you think? We're gonna get a little off topic, and I think I'm just gonna say this right now to you. We're not gonna cut. I don't think we're gonna have time for the movie review.
No, we're doing the movie review. I'm not saying no to this. I put it up. We're doing it, but it'll be fast.
Okay, but. So one of our friends that played on TriPie, initials PA, Phil. We'll call him Phil.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He paid for his wife's engagement ring with all his party poker winnings.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did have a poker game.
How do you think your wife would feel knowing if you had like purchased things like that through?
It's like a blood diamond.
Yeah, kind of like through like gambling or
through
something.
Gambling. I don't think she would mind.
Okay.
Of course, but like this is a real big hypothetical because my wife's really not into like material things. Like she's like
okay.
You know, like she's very much like, you know, I'd rather you spend a lot of money on like a trip and an experience for us to do rather than like a diamond necklace.
Okay, well, so it wasn't cheap. Like we were in college, but he spent almost 5 figures on it. It was close.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's gambling.
Yeah.
You're spending that kind of dough.
Yeah.
Like that's where I'm kind of like I don't know how I know my wife would not like that knowing that
you're throwing that kind of cash. Yeah. I mean, like, well, if it makes you feel better, I'm nowhere near that. Like
I know
the $100 bets. I'm like, ooh, that's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, no, I feel you. If it was like a big thing, like if like I paid for like a Disney trip, which is like $20,000. He's like, how do we afford this? It's like, with my gambling winnings. You're like, how much are you gambling?
Exactly.
It would raise the hair on the back of her neck. She'd be like, okay, like, great. We need to stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's enough of that. But everything's a gamble. The freaking stock market's a gamble.
It's true.
That I'll never understand. That's like my closest reference to the stock market. Where I'm like, this is kind of what it's like. Are movies? It's Wall Street.
Yeah.
Boiler Room. You remember Boiler Room?
Is that Ben Affleck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vin Diesel.
Really?
Giovanni Ribisi.
The name sounds familiar, but I don't remember. I saw it like once, I think.
Well, guess what? You know what? I will skip the movie review just because we have a lot of stuff to talk about. Even though I have some really good ones.
I know.
Let me give you one.
Okay,
all right. So there's a movie that came out this week, or is it coming out this week? It's got Anne Hathaway,
Ooh, okay.
Ewan McGregor,
Sounds like a love story.
and it's called The End of Oak Street. So we're not going to do. I usually do 4 or 5 movies for our movie reviews, guys. For those of you that don't know this segment, I give some releases for the month. And I just give the title.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give you the genre and the leads, and you have to, and Semco has to create his own story what this movie is about.
Yeah.
So you've got it. It's got Anne Hathaway. It's got Ewan McGregor. And I'll even tell you they play a husband and wife in a family called the Platts.
Okay.
But what is The End of Oak Street about?
They are both. This feels like a very serious movie.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe The End of Oak Street, I think it's going to be a sad movie.
Okay.
I think that it's going to be like a family tragedy. This family has been living on Oak Street through generations.
Yeah.
At least one of them, Anne Hathaway's family, maybe. And I'm starting to get the feeling that Anne Hathaway probably gets sick or has an accident, and it's because people on Oak Street don't want them living there anymore.
Ooh,
and they're trying to force them out.
Okay.
And the family has to band together to try to survive.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be like a little bit of like a thriller.
Okay. All right.
And they're going to try to take down those that have been kind of cornering that street and maybe running people out because they don't quite fit the mold. So I'm actually going to turn that back. It's not they've been living there for a while. They just moved in.
And the neighbors don't like them.
Neighbors don't like them, and they're going to try to do nefarious things to get them out.
Like get them, like poison the water and that type of stuff.
You know, they'll start like lightly by having like music on too loud.
Yeah, knock over their mailbox.
Then there might be like a brick that goes through the window.
Very dangerous.
Then there might be like some of those like veiled threats that are kind of made, very ominously. Then there might even be like someone that actually kind of like breaks into the house.
Yeah, maybe they get the HOA involved.
They can see
it's
them
like,
running.
your grass isn't cut yet.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then no one's really listening, and the cops are kind of in on it too.
Ooh.
So they're not really going to do anything about it.
Oh.
So I think it's going to be this whole thing. Do they move? Do they not? Do they stay and fight?
Okay, yeah.
And Anne Hathaway puts it on an Oscar-winning performance.
Oscar Ann. Yes.
Oscar Ann.
All right, would you like to hear the actual synopsis now?
I'm probably pretty close, aren't I?
No.
Oh, but yes.
No.
Oh.
No and no. The only thing that I'd say, maybe the thriller part of it. So The End of Oak Street follows the Platt family, who's this is set in the 1980s, suburban neighborhood. It's suddenly transported millions of years into the past, forcing them to survive dinosaurs while searching for a wormhole to return them home.
That's the stupidest movie. How much are they getting paid to do this awful trash? What? You got to be kidding me.
They are transported millions of years in the past. Just their suburban neighborhood. Transported millions of years in the past. Dinosaurs. Got to survive the dinosaurs while searching for a wormhole to bring them home.
Okay, what 3 movies did both of these actors sign up to do?
They're like, this is your last one. You have to do this one.
You can do the other 2 that you want in our studio, but you have to do this movie as part of it.
You were right there. They said that the film ultimately blends survival, thrill. You said they got to survive. You used the word survive. Yes. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Time travel. You missed on the time travel.
Wow. Okay.
And the dinosaurs. And then family drama. You said it was a family drama. So you got 2 out of 4.
I missed the biggest one. I was thinking that neighbors were going to be the villain. I didn't think dinosaurs would be.
But apparently this is the synopsis that the dinosaur-filled past, they use it as a crucible for the Platt's emotional and physical resilience.
Okay. I'm on it except for the time travel.
And the dinosaurs.
Yes.
All right. Maybe the dinosaurs are trying to poison them. Get out of my neighborhood. We don't like your kind. You're bipedal Homo erectus in my neighborhood. This is a dinosaur neighborhood.
Imposable thumbs? What? We don't like that.
Oh, man. I just saw that, so I was like, he's never going to get this. Nope. I have to do this one. The other ones are cool. I think you'd like this one, Motor City. I'll tell you about it afterwards. And there's another one just called Idiots. Maybe we'll get into it.
Okay.
But we are idiots because our next segment is about the team that we really thought was going to be marching right to the World Series. And instead, they are now, what do we say, 9 games under 500 now? Jesus. We're going to get into a little bit of MLB talk, and we're going to start with the underperforming, just melodramatic Mariners, just terrible upon terrible. So the Mariners, as I kind of just briefly mentioned, they've just been a complete tailspin. Again, the whole trading away Castillo and trading for Taylor Ward, whatever the hell that
He's
was.
Hurt
now. They're 59-67. They're officially, but technically, they're still technically, don't tell me why or how, they're still only 3 games out of the wild card. For the last 5, well, Minnesota's 63-65. They are so bad.
It really is.
It's so bad. You got a sub. This is the Panthers of last year. They got somebody in the wild card that's sub 500. Do they have any shot of making the playoffs?
I think it was when we were juniors in college. So this is 2007.
Yeah, this is 20 years ago.
I was taking a summer class, and that's when the Colorado Rockies.
What a student you are. You're like, you know what? I just want to take more classes in the summer. That's why you did
that's
right?
exactly what it was. Yes, I wanted to just further my education, get ahead of the game.
Yes, I'm getting a double major.
I did add a minor in there at the end.
Double divided by 2, so whatever.
Yeah, I'm just better than you all.
Wow.
I took summer classes.
That's right. Jelly. All right, so the Rockies, yes.
So they went on...
The Matt Holliday Rockies.
I think he was on that team.
He was on that team, I remember.
So they went on this epic tear to end the season, and they actually ended up going all the way to the World Series, getting swept by the Red Sox. Yep. So,
but the Rockies made the World Series.
They did.
That's crazy.
It was an awesome run.
It was.
But that was a team that didn't have any expectations at the beginning of the year. They just kind of came together and had a great streak. This is a team that has faltered, let everyone down. It's hard to believe they're going to come back. But they've got the players that could.
God, we've been saying that all year, dude. When do we just stop saying that?
I'm stopping saying it. They're done.
I mean, like, let's be honest, their pitching has imploded.
It has.
I mean, Brian Wu, he's got a 4.1 ERA.
Oh, I know.
Kirby's got a 3.8 now. That's right, you got Wu on your team.
I got Kirby, too.
Logan Gilbert is their best pitcher with a 3.28.
That's
even Emerson Hancock, he was lights out in the beginning, and he's just kind of faltered down the line.
Bryce Miller is pitching terribly.
He's not even on the top 4 in the ERA. Like, yikes. I mean, I can't. I'm officially off. I can't support anything that these guys are doing at this point. It's tough to watch. But here's the crazy thing: because they have young, strong, healthy arms. If somehow they do make the playoffs, I wouldn't want to face them.
Well, especially to get in now, they'd have to go on a quasi-run, so they'd be playing hot.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the thing is, too, is with their hitters. I mean, I saw something that Cal Raleigh, this is the biggest difference in Major League history of, like, OPS from one season to another.
Yep. He went from last year, he hit 60 home runs, 125 RBIs. He has 13 and 44 RBIs as of August 19th, and he is batting 157.
That's terrible.
How do you go from 60 to 13? How? You know why? Home run derby. Kills him.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But he's not the only one. You know, you saw a huge drop-off of their big bashers. They had 3 big bats in their lineup that was supposed to be really kind of carrying their team. They had Cal, they had J-Rod, and they had Josh Naylor. Screw you, Josh Naylor.
Yes.
Only reason he's still on my team is because he's stolen 25 bases. Yeah. This guy's leading my team in stolen bases. He's a chunky first baseman. Yes. He is batting, a reasonable 267, but he's hit 10 home runs all year.
That's unacceptable.
10? He had 92 RBIs last year. He's 44 right now. J-Rod, 32 home runs last year. He's barely half of that right now, 19. He's got 19 dingers. Yeah. And again, the run production is just plummeted. 95 last year, 52 this year.
It's unacceptable. Yeah, they have the worst batting average. That's your franchise
player. He's batting 250?
And I think he's checked out because, what a time to bring this up, because they just got waxed. MLB tying record of a shutout, lost 22 to nothing. And some of that runs were because Julio didn't know how many outs were in the game and threw the ball into the stands.
Fly ball, caught the ball out number 2.
Yep.
2 or 3 men on base.
At least 2.
And he chucks the ball into center field. What a bonehead. Unbelievable.
I mean, we see it every year, and usually you just kind of laugh it off, but when it's a team like this...
You think you have all of the potential in the world, and then you become a laughing stock? It's really a shame. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to... I mean, I guess technically, mathematically, they have a shot at the playoffs.
You do.
But they've given me no reason to believe that they're going to go on any kind of run.
No, this has been we were talking about it almost every month for the first 3 or 4 months of the season, and we would talk about that like, are we worried yet? Are we worried?
Yeah,
and we seemingly weren't that worried.
No.
The bats start off slow; they'll get it hot.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Raleigh never had a good average. That was always the reason why.
Well, I mean, and again, that's what last year was an outlier because his average was pretty good last year.
It was.
I think his average is right around that 260 or range or so, but that was his high mark. He's like a 220 guy usually.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If he's batting 170, if he's got to play to the back of the baseball card, does that mean he could get hot and maybe carry the team to some wins?
No, I think he's broken. I think
do too. This is like a snowball season where he's just not going to get it back, and people blame it on not only the Home Run Derby but the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah. I could see that.
I mean, you got some players that just have not quite recovered. And I don't know. I think next, especially like, you could even do it for betting, but like fantasy season, I might pick guys that didn't play in the World Baseball Classic.
Okay. You got the Senko strategy.
I mean,
sneak peek.
Like Perdomo, he was the number 9 ranked.
Right.
Just dropped him. He sucks.
But you, like a month ago, you're like, can't believe you dropped Perdomo. And now you're like, I dropped Perdomo.
Yeah. He's still out there.
Well, I can appreciate how, we didn't want to give up hope on the Mariners. We're like, no, like they still got a chance. You know why? Because it correlates very much with my fantasy team.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I still got a chance. There's still a chance. 2 weeks left in our fantasy playoff season, and I am the outside looking in. I'm in that 7th spot, and it doesn't look great. Nope. My team just cannot get right. Like, when my pitching's good, my bats are quiet. When my bats are good, my pitching's quiet.
Yeah.
And then usually my team's been a Sunday strength, and the weekend's been just the worst for me for like a month. So 2 weeks out to the fantasy baseball players, you're sitting pretty in first. I'm on the outside. I need a miracle.
The problem is, and I debated this because I'm playing the 6th place player right now. And it is Burr, who none of us really like.
Oh, yeah.
And don't want to see in the playoffs.
You're not going to throw it.
I seriously debated.
You're not going to throw it.
I'm not. I'm still getting crushed. But so
thanks a lot for nothing.
I know. So I'm really just going to probably knock you out fully with my terrible week.
This is so nice. I mean, Cavalli's doing his thing, man. Right now, 5 innings, 10 strikeouts, no runs.
I can't believe
he's keeping me alive.
Yeah, he is.
Like, even though my freaking other pitchers just went kablooey earlier this week.
You're streaming. See, this is
ride or die, man. Ride or die.
This is why I'm glad everyone has paid attention, because people like you can't just
people like me
constantly stream really good pitchers on a daily basis.
That's true.
They've all been taken, and you really are. It's really a gamble now that they're going to pitch well.
Doesn't make a blown up today.
It felt like last year. Every time you'd stream, I'm like, really? He just got a guy playing the White Sox or the Royals?
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't even need starting pitching. You just stream it every day. But now there ain't no one out there.
No, there isn't. I mean, like I've been more, except for yesterday. It was been more selective with my streaming. Like I kept Urania because I was like, okay, he's good. And he came around today. He's already given up 3 runs in 4 innings. Dustin May held on to because like, he's on the Brewers. 2 innings, 7 runs.
Oh, no.
So Cavalli's pristine start is
useless
for me right now.
This makes me so happy.
I'm so glad it does. I need a miracle. Luckily, I'm playing a guy that I always seem to have his number, and we'll see if I can have a miraculous return through the end of this week.
That Sunday.
I'm so
rooting for
It'll
that.
be just a twist a knife. Yeah. And then we'll see. I mean, but right now it doesn't look good for your boy Bigo. I mean, you can't always be on top, and I blame this on all of my good juju going towards winning our bets.
Okay.
That I have nothing left to give to my fantasy team.
I understand that.
I also blame my lack of... I'm usually very creative with my team names.
Okay.
And I slacked off this time. I stuck with a shout-out to our episode. I did the Eskimo Bros. Yeah. That's my team name. But I usually, meld it into one of my players' names. And I, maybe that's my juju. I need to get back to that. So, a couple things if you want to get all woo-woo about it. But, it's not looking good. I need a miracle.
I think the question that I really have for you, though, is because you're not making the playoffs.
How dare you?
It's just not
all
happening.
Right. Count me out, man. That's what I need. I need that extra
motivation. You need that. But the real question will be, of the 6 players that are going to get in, teams that are going to get in, you going to root for your boy over here?
I mean, it'll be good for the podcast. So, yeah, why not? See, I was down 10-0 against DW right now. I'm down 5-7 right now.
Oh, wow.
Let's go. My ERA is 7.18. I'm just going to keep streaming so I can try and keep strikeouts.
You have to.
I'm just going to keep streaming.
And maybe some quality starts.
He's only got 1 QS. I got 0. Cavalli's going to give me a QS. I'm timing QSs right now.
6-7.
6-7?
6-7.
Oh, terrible. Don't count me out, man. Like I told you, DW left me quite a mocking text last night. And you know what I told him? I was just trash talking on a Tuesday. And I was like, trash talking on a Tuesday. That always works out well.
DW, you should know by now.
Don't poke the bear.
You'll never learn.
Don't poke the bear.
But I love it. Thank you for reaching out and talking trash.
Oh, speaking of talking trash, man, we still have a bets going in through the end of the season, too. We got the Nats, Pirates, our bet. Man, it's like, you're winning, I'm winning, you're winning, I'm winning. It's going to be exciting
it's
all the
great.
way. I love it, man. This is fantastic. You are officially back in the lead by, 2.5 games? No, 2 games.
Yeah.
2 games.
Could change with Cavalli going out there today.
Cavalli's crushing right now. Nats are up 3-0, bottom of the 6th. And did the Pirates win today? Or have they finished playing yet?
Good question. I don't have any.
Pirates won today. So the Nats got to win to keep it to a game and a half behind you guys. But this is going to come down to the end. Are you getting nervous? Are you feeling confident now that you're back in the lead? How are you feeling?
I feel more confident now. I hope they just went through a bad patch.
Okay.
They're coming out. Their starting pitching is a little bit better.
Okay.
Still worried about old Paul Skeens.
What is wrong with that guy, man? Like, is it just the long season's finally kind of getting to him? Because he came in, did he came in halfway through the season or a quarter of the way in last year? He didn't start the season with the rotation.
I think he did. It was, the year before that, he came in late.
Okay.
After he got drafted. And then last year, I think he came in, he pitched the full season.
All right.
And then, dude, I'm telling you, I might be buying into this World Baseball Classic thing.
Man, you are full hyped on it. You keep talking. I'm going to come off screen because I forgot to plug in my laptop.
Okay. Oh, no.
Yeah. So you're believing in the Skeens, the curse, the World Baseball Classic.
I mean, everyone was super worried about him pitching, and he really wanted to do it. There's something off with his fastball. Perhaps he was overthrown at LSU. The Pirates did have him his rookie year pitch like the second half of the season and watched a pitch count, but then he just came back and just was flame throwing last year. I think it's just all caught up to him, and maybe he just needed a little bit more rest. But something's obviously off. Like the mechanics are off, the miles per hour on the fastball are off. There's just not as much movement. I dare say he's hurt, but he's been doing this for a whole season. I don't know what's scarier. Like, is he on the verge of getting hurt, or is this something that is just lingering to where it's going to superly affect him till he just breaks something? I don't know.
You got to question the command too, because he went tonight and he had 4 walks in 4 innings.
Yeah.
his pitch count was up to 81 through less than 5. He was 4 1/3.
And him not walking guys was like his calling
Right?
card.
Yeah. Like 4 walks is unheard of in less than 5 innings. So, yeah, without your ace, I'm rooting for that. I just need Ashcraft to kind of go kablooey too because I'm also playing him.
I know. I'm kind of rooting against him too because obviously I got to maybe see DW in the playoffs, maybe the finals at this point.
Oh, whatever.
Because we're going to be 1-2.
I can't wait. I can't wait for all this pomp and circumstance. I want you to make it far for the podcast's sake, but I would love to see you lose in the finals.
You would.
Yeah. Unless it's Burr. Then I'll root for you.
Okay.
If it's Burr, I'll root for you.
By then, I wouldn't care. I got the belt.
That's asterisks.
Whatever.
Asterisks. I'm tired of our asterisk winners. Like, isn't Seabear an asterisk winner right now in hockey? No.
No, he's Will Billy was.
Oh my God,
football.
I should have beat him. I can't believe our finals in hockey ended in a tie 4-4, and he got me on regular season.
Yep.
But I don't know what's wrong with Paul Skeens. Maybe he's distracted by his smoking hot wifey or girlfriend. They're not married. They're just a girlfriend, right?
I think girlfriend still.
All right, you gotta lock that down, man. Especially when you're pitching this bad.
I know.
You better lock that down.
I'm surprised. Maybe Kate Upton's just a really good gal. She's still with Justin Verlander. He sucks.
I love that it's like we have such a low bar. It's like she's a good girl because she didn't leave him once he started being terrible.
Well, because you see that happen, I feel like a decent
but
amount.
he's already made his bank though, so it's like he's still got the money.
It's true.
And again, we are not giving women any credit. Like she probably loves him. He's probably a great guy, and they're great together. And
I've heard from a source he's not a good guy.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Who's your source?
He's my college football source.
Ooh.
He's my everything Richmond source.
Whoa.
And Justin Verlander grew up in Richmond.
Oh.
Yes. Actually, one of the houses, I think, if you drive on 288, go across the river, it's one of his houses that you see.
One of his houses?
Yeah.
He owns that house still?
I think so.
Okay.
That's what my source told me.
I'll ring that doorbell.
Told me he's not a great guy.
Bet you Halloween he gives out full bars. Full bars. Or you think he probably gives out apples.
He probably doesn't give out anything.
Whoa.
He probably just turns the lights out and says, I'm not dealing with this.
Turns the sprinklers on.
I don't like people. Yeah. Puts 6 of the dogs on people walking up.
Wow, jeez. that bad. You weren't joking. Hey, nice guys finish last, and apparently that's why you got a smoking hot supermodel, because he's not a nice guy.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, you can be a nice guy, you can be a bad guy, but everybody looks the same in the dark, my friend. And if you want to know what people look like in the dark, go no further than this one restaurant in Hollywood, Florida.
Okay.
Because they're taking that to a whole new level. They're giving away an opportunity to dine in your birthday suits.
Okay, yes.
So customers in Hollywood, Florida, starting on August 4th, on the first Monday of every month until in perpetuity, at the Class Soiree Steakhouse. Ooh la la.
That does sound nice.
They have an unusual dress code, clothing optional. So apparently the steakhouse offers a new dining experience from 7 p.m. to midnight.
Ooh.
Diners must be over the age of 18.
Okay.
That should be assumed. To participate and are expected to follow the additional guidelines. No touching without consent.
Okay.
No touching. Upon arrival, they're given a robe, a towel, and a seat cover. Thank God they have that seat cover
nice. There.
Yeah. The chef and the owner, Murad Ali, says his staff members, who remain clothed, so don't get all hot bothered, stay clothed during the events, have been well trained and are respectful to the hungry nudists. Tickets start at, of course, $150 for women, $250 for men.
Of course. Of course. It's like online dating. We pay so much more.
But if you go as a couple, it's $350. So if you're a couple going, want to get naked,
So what do you say, $50?
How has the health department not shut this place down?
I have no idea. This can't be legal.
I mean, like a steak place. I mean, just sweaty meats everywhere, sweaty people everywhere. I like. Is it just nudists going to this thing, or are they like people that are like into voyeurism and there's like, ooh yeah, taboo, or swingers and they're trying to pick up other naked people? Like, who would be interested in doing this? Like, I don't even like. I always like want to wear clothes like when I'm.
Me too.
Except when I'm in bed.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Yeah, but the idea of eating naked might be in my like top 3 of least likely things I'd want to do naked.
There's no appeal to it.
Yeah.
Is this just for, like, what Will Billy would say, just for the experience?
Maybe, I guess. Especially, but a steak knife, you get this giant steak knife, like at a steak place.
Yeah.
There's just pointy things everywhere. Hot meats that drop it just burns everywhere.
Yeah, but how often does something like that really happen?
I don't know. Like, I feel like it's like Murphy's Law. It's like if it can't happen, it will happen.
If you're at a nice place, it's probably, it's not like this hectic TGI Fridays atmosphere where, waiters or waitresses could, dump their plates on you or something. Like, it's probably just well done. You've got a lot of ample space to eat. You're an adult. When's the last time you spilled steak on you?
I don't know, not steak, but I
Cut
spill
yourself
food
with your
all
knife.
the time. Just cut myself with my knife. I don't know. You get nervous, just like when you're like at a ledge. You're like, you're not gonna jump, but you're like, whoa, like this is kind of nervous. It's like it's right there.
It's like, yeah, you like look down, you're like all right, buddy.
Yeah. You're like that guy that like used his for kindling in that garage fire. We're just throwing it back to another crazy story. But this place has got to be like 90% like peeping Tom pervs, like going to this restaurant, paying $250, like table for one, please. And they just got their binocs, and they're just like, they got to be like, they have the no binoculars rule. Like you can't have binoculars, or no flash photography. That's also got to be on there, right?
I almost have to say you'd have to. Yeah, that has to be. Where are you gonna put it? Where are you gonna put it?
You don't want to know.
Yeah, you don't want to know. But for real, I almost think they'd have to make you come in as a couple at least. Like
no,
at least
they didn't. Ticket starts at $150 for women.
You're right. You got like the peeping Toms.
Yeah, it's like most like nude beaches. It's like it's always just the gross.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
dudes,
say.
And they're all looking for.
But also the people that are there nude, they're not really worth looking at.
Right, yeah.
So this restaurant, I don't know what the owner was thinking, but he's not going to have like tens sitting down eating.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, baby. It's like, oh my God. And especially after, like, when I go to a steak restaurant, it's like, I'm eating my fill. Bloated afterwards. Like, just like spilling out of your chair. That is not appetizing.
You just see the stomach.
Would you be a waiter at this restaurant? Would you serve at this restaurant? Have you ever been a server?
I have not.
You've never been a server?
Never been a server.
I don't. I have a little less appreciation for you.
I was actually doing a lot more like manual labor type jobs.
Yeah.
I was working in like a roofing warehouse.
Okay.
Unloading, loading trucks and stuff. So I was actually doing some hard labor. But I do kind of wish I had that experience because it seemed like I was the only one that didn't ever wait.
Yeah.
I don't think I would. I don't know. If it's just for one day, I think I would. The tip you would have to hope.
I mean, I think we found our next punishment, man, for our bets. We gotta go work at this restaurant for a week. Just for shift,
that day.
7 p.m. to midnight.
It's a great experience.
I've seen some things.
I could report back. It might be even worse than I thought. I feel like they were all 2s and under.
They're like, this isn't even the worst thing I've had. I've drank foot juice. I can handle this. This is fine.
How can you take that serious as a waiter though? You're just like you're taking an order and they're just sitting there staring at you. And yeah, you just got like some guy's junk just right below you, and you're just, what would you like to drink? Here's your water. Like, it's like, dude,
your D's out, man. That's what I would do as a waiter. I would just make jokes the whole time.
I'm like, that doesn't look right. You should probably get that checked.
I was like, that's not a loaf of bread. You're just checking for moles. You're like, oh, that mole is not.
Yeah, exactly.
Bread. Waiting for the first lady to be like, my eyes are up here. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. You're completely freaking naked at my. Like, sorry, it's a little distracting.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I think going in there though, but that's the thing. I want to say the people that are in there probably would welcome those jokes and probably make jokes at the waiter's expense.
Yeah.
Being like, no, you can look down. It's okay.
Yeah,
like,
please.
Yes, exactly.
Please look down.
That actually make me more awkward. So now I don't want to work there.
Or how uncomfortable it's like, because they give you a robe when you come on.
Yeah.
It's like as you're taking their order, that's when they decide to derobe. They're
exactly.
Like, what? Something wrong? This is the natural human body. take it
enjoy
in.
it. Yes.
It always goes down smooth. No, I wouldn't be able to be a server at this. I get fired in like a day. A day.
You wouldn't make it through the night
No, absolutely not.
from 7 to midnight.
No.
You'd be out by 8.
That's the hot stuff coming through. You know what I'm talking. I don't know. Maybe I'd get the most tips I've ever gotten. I have no idea. But again, how are they paying? They're not gonna, like you said, they just grabbing their wallet, putting it in their mouth.
Maybe the robe,
Are they walking?
I guess.
They have to have like a changing room in there, right? People aren't walking into the restaurant completely naked.
That's a good question.
Like the logistics of this is blowing my mind.
And how do you think they fill up from 7 to midnight? Like, do you actually think this place gets busy for this day?
Yeah. I mean, if they've cornered the market of nudist restaurants, yes.
It's true. And you
And
can
how
have
in
some
Florida,
swings.
isn't that like, I feel like that's like Florida is already like the retirement capital of the country. There's a bunch of old people in here.
Ashton Larold had a wonderful song about
Ashton
how much
Larold.
he just does not care for the elderly.
Wow. All right.
He's like, anyone over here 55 or over? And no one raised their hand. He's like, thank God, because this song is not for you.
Wow. All right. He
Yeah.
went blasting for them. All right. But yeah, so if you're looking for a fun experience, if you're in the Hollywood, Florida area, go check out Class Soiree Steakhouse every first Monday of the month, 7 p.m. to midnight.
Report back. Let us know how it was.
Yeah, let us know how the cut of the meat was.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. I like my potatoes all gratin. Yum, yum, yum. But yeah, so we'll get off the naked talk and we'll talk about the naked truth of football. It's time, man. We talked about this earlier that we're going to start breaking these down, these divisions, before the beginning of the football season, and it's time to do that. We are going to be previewing each division. We're going to be doing one in each conference. We're going to be matching, so West-West, North-North, South-South, East-East. Maybe not so much in that order.
Nah.
But that way we can get our kind of fill, give you our insights on these teams, who we have winning the division, and if there are any surprises out of here. And we flipped the coin. Semco decided we're going with the West first, man.
Let's do it.
So we got the NFC West starting. I guess, it's a good place to start because we have the defending champs in this division,
Yep.
Seattle Seahawks. First question, man, is Seattle repeating? Do they have a shot?
They definitely have a shot. I think we can learn that at the beginning of the season. A lot of teams have a shot. But they really didn't lose. I mean, they did lose Kenneth Walker. The other player they only kind of lost was that Rick Woolen, like a cornerback.
Yeah, that's...
They lost a couple smaller defensive pieces. Nothing great. But you've got a huge bullseye on your back. Seattle was a team last year with Sam Darnold that everyone just kind of waited for that shoe to fall off. When is Sam Darnold going to let you down? Like, when is he going to collapse? And he played great.
He did.
The only thing I worry about them is, and we talked about this, they lost their offensive coordinator.
Yep.
And Clint Kubiak just seemed to get the best out of Sam Darnold. And the guy that they have replacing him, Brian Fleury, he was the 49ers tight end coach for 3 years and their run game coordinator last year. I mean, Kyle Shanahan's got quite the coaching tree. This kind of seemed out of left field to me as these defending Super Bowl champions. You kind of get a running, like a tight ends coach and the run game coordinator. Now, they lost Kenneth Walker, so I guess they really are going to have to find the guys to make that running game work. But I don't know. I think they're not going to be favored.
Okay. I'm in the camp of you can't sleep on them because the strength of that team hasn't really weakened, and it's the defense.
Yeah.
Their head coach is defensive minded. Their defense was one of the best in the league. Like, they were doing enough on offense, and they have enough offensive firepower that I don't think we're going to miss a beat. The question really is the new OC.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I don't know if I'm that much of a firm believer in coaching trees. Everybody hypes Sean McVay's coaching tree, Kyle Shanahan's coaching tree. And let's dive a little bit deeper. It's like Kyle Shanahan's coaching tree. Okay, Saleh, he just dumped on the Jets.
Yeah.
That did not go well. Magic Mike, coaching tree, just failed in Miami.
For head coaches, then, I guess for coordinators, maybe
Okay.
this could work.
But yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if just because you're in a coaching tree doesn't mean you have the same magic as the guy that's leading it. And again,
No.
like Kyle Shanahan, everybody's like coaching tree, coaching tree. It's like that guy's never won the big game. Like, why are we also just because he's a good offensive mind, he's never won it. Like,
No.
why are if he hasn't won it and then we're getting somebody from his team, like or from his coaching tree, is that really that big of a whoop-de-doo? So I mean I'm a little bit concerned. But I don't know. It's like I'm more of a believer with Darnold because he did it with Kevin O'Connell in Minnesota. He did it with Kubiak in Seattle. Two very different offensive mindsets.
Yeah.
And I think that he's adaptable. I think that he's finally matured enough and he feels comfortable in his own skin. And it helps when you have the best wide receiver in the league thrown to you. The other pieces on that team haven't really changed. I mean, yeah, they lose Kevin Walker, but before last year, and I think that he just peaked at the right moment, winning the Super Bowl MVP. He was injury prone. He was out every other game. Like last year, it was destiny or whatever you want to call it. But before that, he couldn't stay healthy. Nope. He was getting banged up all the time. It was him and Charbonnet him. And then even 2 years ago, everybody was like, "This is when Charbonnet takes the job from him."
Yeah.
And the only reason he didn't is because he got hurt.
I know. Like he does every year.
So, I don't think losing Kenneth Walker, as talented as he is, I disrespect, running backs. I think that, Diamond doesn't. That's why I'm so high on Jadarian Price. I was like, he can come plug in and he'll be just as good. And you still got Charbonnet. So I do think that they have a good opportunity to repeat. How about we put it this way? I believe they'd have a better... I would be more high on them repeating if they're in any other division.
Yes.
If they're in any other division, I would say...
These had 3 of the final 4 teams in the NFC last year.
If they were in any other division, I'd be like, yes. Repeat, they're gonna win the division. They haven't lost much. New AC coordinators come and go. The mindset and the mentality comes from the head coach. This head coach seems like he's got it. Mike McDonald's a head coach personified. So I do think that they can repeat, but it'll be can they get it out in their own division? That's going to be it for me.
So is Darnold now? Are we putting him as like a legit quarterback? Like we should basically until he retires or until he kind of hits an age where you see a decline. Like should we expect him to be a good NFL quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, I'm at the point now where he's. I mean, how much more does he have to prove? How much more? I mean, he led a team to a Super Bowl win. He was phenomenal in that Minnesota offense.
He was.
He's strung together, 3-4 good years now. I think that I'm not going to put him in elite.
No, not elite.
But I mean, but I'll put him above the terrible tag of game manager.
Yeah.
I don't consider he can win a game. I mean, you saw it. One of the instant classics last year in the regular season was that Rams-Seahawks game. And he played very, very well in that game. So he's not a game manager, but I'm not ready to put him in elite status. But I definitely think that he's a good quarterback.
I'm not ready to take him above game manager.
Oh, really?
Kevin O'Connell in that offense and this offense last year, I want to see what he does with this offensive coordinator coming off of being a Super Bowl champion. He made some big throws. I'll give him that. I just don't know if... I think he had 2 really good systems that he was in.
See, I'm ready to push back on that, man. It's I'm ready to see if that narrative changes because what happened when Darnold left and Minnesota was stuck with J.J. McCarthy? Everybody's like, oh, this guy's going to be great because he's got Kevin O'Connell as his guru. That offense was terrible.
It was terrible.
Terrible.
You're right.
Carson Wentz, another journeyman, just like Darnold, came in. Terrible.
You're right.
If Kubiak goes to the Raiders and that offense is garbage,
then it might be Sam Darnold.
Start changing the narrative.
I need this season to.
It'll be an interesting. I'm interested to see. I am.
I'm rooting for him. I'm just all the years leading up to this.
It's really soured you. It's seeing how bad the whole ghosts in New York and
so many more negatives to 2 good seasons. It's just. It still seems like it's weighing me down a little bit. And it's hard not to think with, the other team we'll get to, the 49ers, with Purdy. It's just system quarterback, playing that well. It's just, and we'll see. Jackson Smith and Jigba, everyone's going to be focusing on him. Who's going to be the number 2? Is our boy Barner going to be a legit tight end? There's question marks. If the running game can't get going with Jadarian Price, where do they go and force Darnold to throw? What do we see from him? So I think that's going to be, because everyone just kind of kept writing Seattle off. They weren't buying into him last year. And I think there's a big difference between having the bullseye on your back and having teams in the offseason legit looking at you and figuring out how to play against you. Then, yeah, I know Seattle could be good. Mike McDonald's a good coach. He'll have a good defense. But you know what? We've got all these other teams in the league. Like, we got to try to figure out the Eagles, maybe the Cowboys. Now we've got to figure out how to beat Seattle. So we'll see what the teams, they might throw more things at them now, knowing how good they can be. So we'll see. But I am rooting for Darnold, but I'm this season is going to be make or break for that.
San Francisco, let's go over to the Niners. Yeah. I'll let you kind of lead. I already know where I'm going with this, but for the Niners, how are you feeling? Like, has this version of the Niners are the best years behind them?
I definitely think so. I think this is like when we talked last year and everyone just sat there and we talked, especially in the AFC, we talked the Chiefs, we talked the Bills, we talked the Ravens, and nobody really sat there and looked out and saw, oh, there actually might be some younger teams like the Patriots, like the Broncos, even like the Texans that might actually be better. We just all assumed, and we've just been assuming the 49ers are like a lock to, we talked last year when they made the playoffs or in the playoff hunt, we were like, somehow they're 11-5, like smoke and mirrors. How are they doing in this? No one's talking about them. And I'll give Kyle Shanahan some credit, but this team is just 1 year older. I don't know if they've got any more nuances to throw out there. You just assume with the names that are on the jerseys that they're going to like have another great season. This is a young man's league. It just is. It is. All these guys can't stay healthy. Trent Williams cannot continue to be the best left tackle in football.
This guy is so ageless. How is he still
It's true.
So good?
Power to him. I hope he does well, but it's just this team hasn't done anything new, and I think you start seeing these teams, at least last year, the teams that were really successful, new players, new systems, young players, depth. 49ers don't have any of that. They've just got these great names that if they're all healthy and playing at their max, they could win the Super Bowl. I just don't. Eventually, you just get too old to play.
Yeah, aging is going to be obvious to think like that, and like this whole. Talk about conspiracy theories, like having their practice like field right next to this, right? Power grid or whatever. Everybody's like, it's giving all these injuries. It's like, no, it's because they're freaking old, man. Kittle is 32. Debo is 30. Their big free agent pickup, Mike Evans, 32.
Yeah.
CMC turned 30 in August. Trent Williams is 38.
Dude.
He's pushing 40, man.
Yeah.
I really thought he was older than that. I feel like Trent Williams has been in the league for forever.
He's been on the 49ers as long as was on the Commanders / Redskins.
Like, you're talking about the biggest skill players that are on their team outside of their quarterback and Purdy.
Yeah.
Are all pushing 30 or over, man. This might be the cliff where they all fall off. With that being said, like we were talking about it off pod, like Stribling, he looks like he might be the real deal for them.
He's going to have to be, I think.
Because with Debo, Debo couldn't stay healthy last year at 29. He's 30 now. Mike Evans just couldn't stay on the field. 32 now. Kittle's injured right now.
I know. Says he'll be back for week 1, though.
Okay, great. He'll be gone by week 4.
Yeah.
And then CMC is 30, man, and he's had a myriad of injuries, man. You can't. It's like this offense is put together and held together by glue and duct tape, and you're just hoping this rickety car can make it past the finish line. And I wouldn't be surprised if this might be the first time in NFL history we start watching load management. Like players just sit out games because they're like, I need a. I don't know, maybe not CMC, but like Evans, I could see him like being a healthy scratch. Yeah. Debo, a healthy scratch, I could see that. Not at the same time.
No,
but give them rest days, or they're just never going to practice in the week. There's vet rest days all week. You just go through the playbook, and then they're not going to be fresh. Their defense is a little bit younger. Nick Bosa, we were talking about, he's 28. I can't believe that guy's only 28. I feel like he's been in the league for freaking forever. Yeah. but he's been hurt frequently
Yes.
recently. Fred Warner's only 29, captain of that defense, but he lost a lot of time last year, and maybe the tread on the tires are starting to wear thin on him too. I don't see anything from a fresh legs mindset here that makes me think that this is the year. This might be the year where they fall off cliff. And I appreciate Kyle Shanahan. And I think that's the only reason why the Niners are still considered such an elite team, because they've got a strong offensive mind. But at some point, it's got to be the players plus the scheme. It can't just be the scheme.
And I think Purdy is only a scheme-type quarterback, and I just don't know if he can truly – I don't think he could truly win a Super Bowl. I mean, kudos to Kyle Shanahan for getting Jimmy Garoppolo and Purdy into a Super Bowl, like super impressive. But I don't think the talent around is nearly as good. That Jimmy Garoppolo team was a great team, and it had a lot of the guys you just mentioned.
Yeah,
5 years younger,
earlier,
or 4 years younger. So it's just I don't see how they're going to replicate any of that to actually win.
And again, you know. Like talking about this, especially from the NFC, you could argue that this is already a daunting division. And then when you're going up against a tenacious Seattle defense twice a year and a tenacious Rams defense twice a year, those offensive pieces that are aged, they're going to get beat the crap out of them. But we got a young team. We got a young team in this division. Yeah. The Cardinals.
We do.
Arizona Cardinals looking young and sprightly and just... just energetic and ready to go. They got Jeremiah Love, first and second pick overall, leading that backfield.
Yep.
You got...
third pick overall, I think.
Was it third
The
pick?
Jets picked that D-end from Texas Tech.
You're right. Man, I've already forgotten about him. And then you got, I guess Jacoby Brissett is just holding it for Carson Beck. I don't know. Maybe.
Hey, our boy looked great in that preseason.
Oh, yeah, the Hall of Fame game. Yeah, that's a precursor. But we can do a real quick touch on the Cardinals. Do you think Love's going to help this be like the start? Again, Trey McBride, young. Marvin Harrison, young. Jeremiah Love, young. Vet quarterback, maybe that's good for all these young pieces on offense. So what do you think? Is this going to be the start of the turnaround?
I actually do like the fact new head coach Mike LaFleur, he was the Rams offensive coordinator. Sean McVay tree right there.
The freaking trees.
He's got a great tree. Kyle
Zach Taylor? Is it Bengals head coach?
Well, they can't all be complete winners. But look, he's a head coach that was a head coach for quite a while.
He still is.
Went to a Super Bowl.
Yes, he did.
So, I'll give him that.
Yeah, I will say McVay tree greater than
Shanahan's by far.
Shanahan tree.
Okay, Shanahan's a coordinator tree. You'll get some really good coordinators.
If you keep them as coordinators.
If you keep them as coordinators, don't make them head coaches.
Gotcha.
I actually do like that pick for a head coach. I really think that Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to turn it around.
Really? You're coming around. You started tweaking this when we were doing our fantasy draft recap.
Yeah.
And you're like, Marvin Harrison was there. I might have tried to reach for him.
I think the talent's there.
Okay.
I've heard he's happier in camp.
Okay.
I do think the only thing that I wish for him, I do almost maybe wish he doesn't do as well, because I think he needs a new change of scenery.
Okay, you want him to leave?
Yes. I think it's kind of like, not exactly the same, but talking about like Adley Rutschman leaving the Orioles and going someplace new.
Okay.
I just think the pressure of he was like the fourth pick overall as a wide receiver. The hype around him was the best wide receiver. He could be a top receiver in the league as a rookie. You're not going to like lose that. People in Arizona now are salty about you.
I don't know. It's like, but with Jeremiah Love in town, he's the new shiny toy. I think people will, put less pressure on Marvin Harrison. They'll be looking more towards Jeremiah Love.
I hope so. But it's just everything he does. If he drops a ball, that makes like huge news in Cardinals camp, and it's unfortunate. But the guy's got the talent. He bulked up. I think he's tried to work on getting like contested catches better.
Okay.
He seems to be having fun in practice. Brissett's a steady quarterback.
Steady.
You've got Love. You've got Algier. You've got Connor. Terrible for fantasy, Jimbo, but great for a backfield for him to have.
Yeah, Trey McBride.
Yeah,
it's going to take a lot of.
I think Wilson as the number 2 or 1.
Michael Wilson. Yeah.
Those could be a solid. That's a solid trio. It could be at the end of the season.
Yeah.
It just sucks that you play in a division that's got the 3 other teams in it.
Yeah. I was like, all that hype, you're still putting them at 4th in this division.
Of course. Like, you have to. San Francisco with some injuries, now that's a huge asterisk. You know, if Arizona's healthy and San Francisco has injuries, you never know what could happen.
So here's the one other, I mean, like, I kind of agree with everything that you said. It's like, I like the youth infusion in Arizona. And then I like that they have a veteran quarterback who's been around that can kind of be the steadying force. So the skill players can have those fresh legs, energy, speed. It's going to be a very quick team.
Yes.
Very quick team. And then you still have the steadying force of that, vet quarterback. Yep. But the one thing that is giving me pause is you mentioned the new head coach. Do you know who the new OC is?
No.
It's Nathaniel Hackett. As in the Busto head coach for the Broncos, Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah.
The Busto offensive coordinator for the Jets, Nathaniel Hackett, ran back to the Green Bay with his tail between his legs. Didn't even do offense. He was like a defensive specialist.
That's right.
For the Packers when he ran home, and now he's the OC again. That is where I'd be concerned.
You're right. Maybe LaFleur will have to take a...
I was like, it depends on who's running plays. Is this going to be like an Andy Reid KC where LaFleur is the head coach, still calling the plays, and Nathaniel Hackett is just the offensive coordinator?
Right?
You just get the title.
Yeah.
You just be an attaboy. Because that's kind of like, because he was the OC for the other LaFleur in Green Bay, wasn't he? And LaFleur was still calling plays, wasn't he?
I think so.
So maybe
he won't. Yeah.
Maybe he won't. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
What a gig to have. Tom Moore and Eric Bieniemy, what a gig to have where you just sit there and look like you are the offensive coordinator or whatever.
But you don't do anything.
You don't do anything.
You don't call any plays.
No. Peyton Manning called the plays for Tom Moore.
Never understood that. Never understood that. How much you paying this guy just to run practice? That's pretty much it. Or run the
meetings.
Meetings. Yeah.
I'm sure Peyton led the meetings anyways.
She's like, tell him why don't you sit down.
The only other thing I will say though that I feel bad for the Cardinals. They do technically have the hardest schedule in the NFL.
Okay.
They have to play away at the Chiefs, Eagles, Cowboys, and Chargers, and they have a Week 14 bye.
Oof. A Week 14 bye. That is a late bye.
I mean, I thought you were supposed to give the bad teams. They finished 3-14. You're supposed to give them a more favorable schedule.
Would you prefer a Week 14 bye or a Week 5 bye?
Honestly, probably like a Week 5 bye.
Really?
Really try to because if you're kind of spiraling, you can maybe get yourself back on board.
Okay, so you're thinking, if it's starting to go south, it'll give you a reset. Whereas if you're spiraling and you have a
Week 14 means
bye,
absolutely nothing.
You're still spiraling. You're still going down the drain. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know who's not going down the drain, who everybody's just sitting at the top, probably pulling the plunger, flushing everybody down, is the Rams. With the changes, Myles Garrett coming on. And it looks like Aaron Donald's coming back, man. I called it a month and a half ago.
You did.
Keep seeing him at the practice. Yep. Everybody's got them as not only the top of this division, but the top of the league. The Super Bowl favorites right now. Anything else have they done anything, or has anything come out recently that's made you change your mind as far as still considering them favorites for the whole thing?
Probably are still the favorites, but there are some questions. And I think, you get big on where people play and things like that.
Like domes?
Like domes. Well, this is, they have to start by playing. Their start to the season is a tough schedule. They play the 49ers in Australia. Then they got to play the Giants, Broncos, Eagles, and Bills to start their season. That's a tough stretch.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that both the Niners and the Rams got to travel to Australia.
Yeah.
That's rough.
And the week 1.
Yes. But really, there's 2 things that I'm really concerned about with them. One, they had Rob Havenstein retire, one of their best offensive linemen. Mm-hmm. They are there's no depth on really that offensive line. And I think both of us had them picking, I think when we did our mock NFL draft, offensive linemen.
Yep.
And they went and got Ty Simpson, who did look good in his preseason game. But they really didn't address that offensive line. And that I mean, what teams honestly stay healthy for a whole season? Like, none. I think the Broncos team did almost last year, and that was like an anomaly. There's going to be injuries. And then, honestly, one of the reasons why they struggled or had a mark on them, their special teams was not good last year. They had 4 block kicks. It was always a worry with them. They did get a field goal kicker at the end of the year that kind of stabilized that a little bit, but they lost 50 expected points. And you really can't do that in a division that they play in, expecting to win a Super Bowl. The defense should still be pretty good. I mean, they got 2 guys from the Chiefs secondary. Yep. They've got Garrett. If Donald comes back, I mean, Landman in the middle is just like a tackling machine. The offensive weapons are there, but if you don't have an offensive line to protect them, that's going to be a huge problem. I still think they're favorites, but there's some questions.
Yeah. I feel like last year the biggest thing for me is, and you kind of touched on it, was like injuries. They, for the most part, they really kind of got lucky last year in just not having any really serious injuries. I mean, Blake Corum, missed a little bit of time, but he's their backup. Yeah. I think Kyron, he got hurt in like week 18 or something like that. But their big pieces, Devontae Adams was pretty much available all year. Puka Nacua was pretty much available all year. Matthew Stafford was 38 right now, available all year. Stand-up MVP.
I know.
MVP. Like, injuries happen in the NFL, and that shoe's got to freaking fall off the other foot. Aaron Donald is a beast, but he's coming back from retirement. If he does play, can he stay healthy for a whole season? Yeah. I don't know. It's like, I can't shake this feeling that the injury bug is going to bite the Rams.
It's too good to be true on paper for them, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. And I told you this earlier when I was like, I just feel it in my bones. Nakua's getting hurt this year.
Yeah, I've said that.
And, I mean, I could say, and again, we talk about how thin they are at offensive line. I mean, Matthew Stafford's old, man. He gets beat up, man. Like, and he played through some injuries last year, too.
He always does.
But, I mean, a year older, those injuries, they linger and they sting. And we were talking about it the other day. You were talking about jumping up and down for 10 minutes. You couldn't do it. Knees. So, I don't know. I feel like, again, stars aligned. The daunting schedule, obviously going to be a big issue. You start out kind of flat, and you're digging yourself out of a hole.
Yeah.
I'm worried about injuries. Nakua's been soft tissue injuries already in the preseason, so that's a concern.
That soft tissue is always a concern.
And Devontae's, he's an ancient man. I mean, Devontae's an old man. Like, if they just put him in like, red zone, like, sets, okay.
Yeah. You got to get there. You got to get there.
Kyron was, again, mostly healthy last year, but before then, I mean, he would be out games. I don't have it right in front of me, but it's like he wasn't really keeping himself healthy for the entire season. So, I don't know, I just have this waning feeling that something's going to happen.
I don't think you're alone in that either. I think a lot of people are just kind of thinking that they can't replicate what they did last year.
And I mean, like, some of their best players on defense, like Landman, like their middle linebacker, I mean, he had a statistically great season, but if you really peel that apart, he was a sieve in coverage.
He was.
So if other teams start to identify that and really try and, attack that.
Yeah.
McDuffie, I mean, he's a slot guy. That's your big guy on your corner. I understand that. I feel like now more than ever, the slot wide receiver position has been utilized.
That's JSN, though.
That's JSN. Yep, that's JSN.
CD Lamb.
There's Jalen Waddle.
Oh, get off this Jalen Waddle. You are. So you know what you're starting to sound like? You're starting to sound like, oh my God, who's my Warren, Tyler Warren, the way I talked about him.
He hasn't even played one snap on my team. I just love just dragging him over your face.
You do.
But with all that said, when we look at who we have winning the division, I mean, we're talking about hypothetical injuries. We're talking about, strength of schedule. And if that's what we're picking apart for the Rams, that tells me that I still have them winning this division.
Me too. I got Rams.
I got no reason not to.
Seahawks, Niners, Cardinals.
Yeah, probably in that order. It'll be interesting to see like on top of, everything we said about Seattle if they really have that Super Bowl hangover.
Yeah.
Because teams have that. Not all teams, but a good portion of them after winning the Super Bowl, they come out flat the next year.
The Eagles, they lost both their coordinators after one of the Super Bowls, and they looked awful the following year. They regained it the next year, but you're absolutely right. And again, they're going to have a hard schedule. A lot of these nationally televised games, teams, they play up to them. Power to the Chiefs. Say what you want about them, but every week is a nationally televised game. These teams, you play up to them. You play your best game against these guys. And can the Seahawks do that for a whole season? So it's going to be a challenge for them. But McDonald seems like a coach who's not going to shy down from that and understands that that's what's going to happen, and is probably instilling that in them every single day. That's probably part of their, every team has a new mantra for every season. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if that somehow was part of, their mantra for the year.
Yeah, like their bulletin board stuff where there's everyone's kind of sad just because we won it last year.
Or prepare for every team's best. Go out there and know you're going to have to, play your best game because the other team's going to play theirs.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But no, I still have the Rams winning the division. It'll be interesting to see. We had 3 teams come out of this division go to the playoffs. And like you said, they were 3 of the final 4 teams in the NFC making their way to the Super Bowl. Do you think they can replicate that? Are we going to see 3 teams come out of this division?
I don't think the 49ers are. I think the Cardinals get closer to the 49ers than I think the 49ers get to the Rams and the Seahawks. I'm buying low on the 49ers this year.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. All right, well, let's move on to the other side, the AFC West, my friend. This is a very, I feel a pretty much up in the air division right now. It's you saw the Chiefs just kind of fall flat on their face last year after being the kings of that division for the last, 5 years?
Yeah.
Denver really kind of came out and said, hey, we're the big dogs.
Yeah.
I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain.
And then again, if it wasn't for all of the injuries on the offensive line of that Chargers team, they were looking pretty strong when they were healthy.
Yep.
So let's start out with Denver, man, the team that won the West last year for the AFC. Are they still the team to beat for you?
Absolutely. They lost John Franklin Myers, a big defensive tackle. They do have some depth there. They just don't have the talent that he brought. But that defense is just, they had a first-round cornerback pick last year who, from all indications, played well in camp, plays well. But the other 2 starters are just so stinking good, like Riley Moss and Jaquan McMillan. He can't get in there.
Yeah.
Poor J.D. Barron, he just can't really get in there. He's he plays in the dime packages. But that secondary, their safeties, there might not be much depth behind them, but Hufanga and Brandon Jones are amazing.
Hufanga's he's just a star waiting to burst.
Yes. And so that defense is not going to lose a beat. The only real issue is Bo Nix and his health. But, look, I'm not high on Jalen Waddle, but they added another weapon for him.
Yeah.
They've got 3 running backs. No, I don't. I think Mims, I think Sutton, Cortland Sutton are going to outproduce.
Don't worry about Tim Patrick, man. I've heard he's been buzzing around.
Him too. They've got so many different guys. And their running backs, Jonah Coleman, I heard good things about him with the injuries. But they got 3 good running backs. This is their conference to win, I think.
Yeah. The conference, all right. Yeah. You got them all the way to the conference.
I think they are the top to bottom, I think the best team in the AFC.
You kind of hit a lot of the marks. It's they didn't really lose anybody of substance on that team. Their defense was the best defense in the league last year. Defense will drive you to wins. Offense might, bring you those flashy plays, but if your defense is stout, you're going to be in every game. Every game you're going to have a fighting shot at winning. And that pass rush is tenacious. Yep. The secondary is almost just as good, I would say. They complement each other so incredibly well. And they're just so well coached. Vance Joseph is a phenomenal DC.
Yes, he is.
Not a great head coach. Maybe he'll get another shot. I feel like if they put another top 5 defense on the field, there are going to be a lot of people ringing that doorbell.
Someone would. I would,
for Vance.
But someone would.
But, so they're well coached. They've got the athletes on that defensive team. So that alone puts them right in the top of this division. And then, I know you and I are on the other sides of this, but I think that Jalen Waddle, addition to that offense, to a Sean Payton offense, we've seen what he's capable of doing with an offensive scheme. I think the sky's the limit. It's like, J.K. Dobbins is a year older, but they've got two young backs back there, and R.J. Harvey and this guy Jonah. I felt so bad when I listened back to her. I was like, "Who's this Jonah guy?" And I looked into him. I was like, "Oh, he's actually really good."
I know. I went to go pick him up, and I was like, "Oh,
whoopsies.
no, he's already on Jimbo's team."
Well, I brought him up because he was on Jimbo's team.
Yeah.
I was like, "Who's this Jonah guy?" And then I looked into him. I was like, "Oh, he's kind of good." They re-signed Al Singleton, so they got their great linebacker back. To your point, all they lost was John Franklin Myers and Greenlaw, but Greenlaw is an aging linebacker as well, so he was more of a depth piece than anything else. So it's hard to bet against the Broncos just running the table again.
The big question then: are you buying Bo Nix? Because you know what team this sounds a lot like? A lot like this team, the Seattle Seahawks with Russell Wilson at quarterback, where you had that Legion of Boom defense. Yep. You had now probably a better running game in Seattle.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch.
I'd argue you have better receivers in Denver than you did in Seattle.
You know, like Lockett?
Was he there the whole time when they won like their first Super Bowl?
I think Tyler Lockett was there.
Was he? And then you had the other guy from
Doug
Stanford.
Baldwin.
You had Baldwin, yeah. Then you had a bunch of kind of no names, but maybe a toss up. But it just seemed like you have all these guys around this quarterback that's on his rookie deal, and you've got everything ready. But is that quarterback truly the guy that can get you there?
Yeah, I mean, he seems like he has the intangibles. It's like I remember distinctly when he was a rookie coming in, and Sean Payton was just laying into him. Like they were recording him getting laid into on the sidelines. And when he came into the press conference, he was just very stoked. He was like, "No, we were just talking. Like, we're just, hashing it out, and we're trying to get better." And I was like, okay, he's got the right mindset where it's like, and again, that is a testament to his collegiate career too. Auburn, Oregon, and like he's been in pro style offenses, and he's going into a very pro style offense here. Yeah, he had flashes last year where he looked like the guy.
Yeah.
And I would argue that, last year, his wide receiver, and again, we're going back to, why is it all roads lead back to Jalen Waddle for some reason? But, Cortland Sutton's a decent guy, but he's not a world beater. Like, he's a possession guy. He can run Chris routes, but he's never going to burn somebody off the line, and he's never going to take a 5-yard play and turn it into a 30-yard play. That's just not who he is. Bringing in a guy like Jaden Waddle might be the missing piece for Bo to really kind of go that step beyond. I think that you'll see him take another step in limiting the mistakes.
Yeah.
But, that's going to be it. That might be the linchpin on how far they go is that can he be, again, we're going back to the old adage, game manager. Can he go past a game manager, and can he actually win games for them? I don't know. I believe him.
I wouldn't have believed in it. Because sometimes being a big college football fan doesn't help you when it translates to the pros.
That's true.
And Bo Nix could not throw worth a lick at Auburn. And then he went to Oregon, and he kind of had a blip of a season there, and then got to the pros. And I'm like, could that have been just the offense?
Sure.
But another guy, though, that followed a very similar path was Jalen Hurts. Yeah. He got benched in the national championship game for Tua. And he rightfully so. Like, he could not throw at Alabama. And when he went to Oklahoma, he just all of a sudden learned how to throw a football. And I didn't think anyone could go from what Jalen Hurts did and Bo Nix at this point to where they are now. I thought once you get to college, you're either what you are.
Yeah.
And
either you got it or you don't.
Yeah. And so after seeing what Hurts has done, I believe that Bo Nix is the guy for that team. I do worry slightly that with the injury, his mobility could be a little bit down. Thankfully, he's a young guy.
Yeah.
But I think he'll still kind of use that. But I would have probably not wanted to buy into Nix if I hadn't seen Jalen Hurts do what he's done in the league now.
Yeah.
So I'm buying in on these Broncos, man.
Here's another little sneaky little addition that, people might be talking about halfway this year. Evan Ingram's back on the Broncos.
Okay. He's a serviceable
pass-catching tight end.
I know. No, that's just another added weapon, man.
Another weapon.
They got depth at a lot of these different positions.
Ingram. Look out for Evan Ingram.
No.
I'll bet you $10 right now that he gets picked up in our fantasy league at some point this year.
I won't take that because you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Injuries are going to happen. They're going to be a scoring team. Yeah, I wouldn't take that.
All right. So let's go from we did the changing of the guard. It's been Chiefs, but Denver has given no reason to look like they're going to give up that mantle or that crown.
Yeah.
But let's go back into the old dogs. Can't believe that we've gotten to the point where we're calling the Chiefs the old dogs.
They are,
but they are.
Yeah.
So with the Chiefs, are they going to have a resurgent season? Is Mahomes going to be 100% with that knee? It's crazy to say. It's like the question isn't even are they going to make it to the Super Bowl? It's like are they going to make the playoffs?
Yeah, I think that's a legit question.
So what do you got?
I'm worried that they're going to make the playoffs.
You're worried that they're going to make the playoffs
or not going to make the playoffs?
Not to make
I don't think they. I think they might not.
Ooh, okay. Do tell.
Well, they had a lot of losses.
They
lost Pacheco, McDuffie.
Yes.
They lost Brian Cook.
Yep.
Jalen Watson. They even lost Hollywood Brown. And they picked up Kenneth Walker. They brought back L'Jarius Sneed. And they did sign from the Jags that Agba, defensive end.
Yeah.
Who he's a monster. He is the Nigerian Nightmare. Round 2 after Christian Okoye was the first Nigerian Nightmare. That's his legit nickname. I'm saying I'm not making that up. That's his legit nickname.
I was going to give you credit.
But I think the crazy part is they're bringing in Sneed and their rookie Mansour Delane to make up for that secondary, which has kind of carried them a lot of times in their games. That's been their calling card, I think, as of late. Chris Jones is just 1 year older and didn't prove much last year. And the way that they're talking, everyone wanted to bring up how once Mahomes won his third Super Bowl, how he's the GOAT and better than Tom Brady. I find their career super fascinating because Brady did the same thing in his first 7 years or whatever. But Brady started off with the Patriots as more of a game manager, and they ran the ball with Corey Dillon. They relied on their defense, and he made some timely throws. And then all of a sudden, he became a Tom Brady that lights the league up by throwing the ball. Patrick Mahomes gets into the league, and he's lighting it up from the start, throwing the ball.
From the jump, yeah.
And now it sounds like they want to gain a running game and do more play-action passing and aren't going to be this fun-and-gun offense anymore. And I'm like, these careers are going in, the reverse order here.
Yeah.
And I question whether that... is Mahomes really going to be able to carry a team like this to the playoffs? Is he legit that good, or is the team around him just not going to be good enough to do it?
It definitely felt that those early successes were on the back of Mahomes. He carried them.
With a prime unicorn Tyreek Hill and a prime
But still,
Travis Kelce.
somebody had to throw it to him.
You're right. No, and his throws were ridiculous.
Yeah.
Lasers. Yeah.
And his escapability, even last year, he somehow miraculously gets to this knee injury. I think is huge. Because part of his magic was that escapability, and I don't care if he's at 100%. That bulky knee is gonna slow him down. He's gonna lose a lot of that magic there, and he doesn't have enough skill around him to make up for that. I think that you're gonna see a Mahomes that's more reliant to sticking in the pocket, which has never been his. Not that he can't do it, but he's better on the run.
He is.
And if he can't run, he's gonna have to change his game up completely, which is part of the reason why they're we have to go back to run first and play action, because we don't have him. We don't want to put him at risk of re-injuring or putting him on an island and just expecting magic to happen. It's a little bit of karmatic justice, because one of the things I hate most about Mahomes is how he would draw flags.
Yes, I knew you were going to go there.
I hated it so much. And this is karmatic justice that, now you're effed up. And good luck trying to get those flags called for you now, when you can't even get to the sideline in time and then stop and have somebody bump you, and you get a personal foul, or unnecessary roughness, or whatever it's called. So a little bit of karmatic justice. As much as I like Rashee Rice, he's on an island in that wide receiver room. They got Xavier Worthy, they got Tyquan Thompson, who
I know.
Jason Kelsey, he was a shell of himself last year. He's going to have a resurgence at age 32, 7.
And now that he literally just got married to one of the world's most famous people. He's got his podcast. He is not bought into football 100%.
Yeah, take it from the fellow podcasters, man. This takes up a lot of energy. All right,
I'm not as effective at my day job.
No, absolutely.
Because of this.
Yeah, I'm waiting right here. I'm ready for that changing of the guard. This needs to be my job. And then even the Kenneth Walker piece, man. Like we talked about it in our previous preview of the NFC West. Kenneth Walker was magically healthy for the majority of the season last year. If he gets dinged up, like, what's behind him? Pacheco's gone.
I know.
Emmett Johnson, Nebraska grad? Let's go. Emmett Johnson is going to carry that Chiefs offense. But, I mean, there's not enough offensive firepower behind Rashee Rice and even Kenneth Walker for me to really feel confident.
They can't stretch the field.
Yeah.
That's awful. You can't win that way.
No.
They could barely. They kind of did it when they had Tyreek and they had Kelsey, who was making. The one thing that I'll say is Kelsey last year, he had like 2 really good games, throwback games. But other than that, those third down plays where Mahomes is scrambling and he needs to throw it into traffic, dude, the old Kelsey would catch those things and keep a drive alive. He dropped. His drops were through the roof. And even the scramble ability, Kelsey just can't get open like he used to.
Plus, it's getting slower.
They've seen this too. I mean, these teams aren't stupid. Like, they see that when Mahomes rolls out,
when the play breaks down,
where do guys like to go?
He's going to Kelsey.
They've kind of learned now that, like, okay, most guys move in this direction. The Chiefs don't. They go this, so they know where like Mahomes wants to go with the ball. They've seen the film on it, and if you can't take the top off with anybody or trust it, I mean, okay, like Worthy can go deep, but is he actually going to catch it? And Mahomes' deep ball is not great.
Well, but Worthy, he's got flatline speed, but again, we've had this discussion before. It's like having flatline speed doesn't necessarily transition to being a great down the field threat. If you get knocked off the line, or you can't get a corner off of you, it doesn't matter how fast you are.
Yeah.
And I mean, I haven't seen any breakout plays from Worthy in the 2 years that he's been in the league.
They give him some of those like gimmicky plays.
Yeah, the reverses, it's all behind in the backfield where he's getting it, and then he's using his speed. It's not downfield. Nope. So it makes me question: is he a true downfield threat? I don't know.
I disagree. I don't think so. Yeah.
So I mean, like, I don't know. You know, I might be with you. I might be with you saying the Chiefs are on the outside looking in on the playoffs this year. I think I'm with you on that. All right. But let's go with a new marriage. We went with the old marriage of Reed and Mahomes. Let's go with a new marriage with Jim Harbaugh and Magic Mike. Bring his talents back to San Diego.
Yup.
But, so the Chargers, I mean, they seem like a perfect pair. You know, Harbaugh, of course, has been gushing about Mike McDaniels ever since he showed up. Mike McDaniels looks like he's his energetic little imp self again. He's like, just bouncing around the field.
Little nerd
burglar. Little squints over there. Is it enough? Is this marriage going to do it? Is the offensive mind of Mike McDaniels going to give the Chargers the edge that they need to really kind of advance in this division?
That Kyle Shanahan tree,
oh my God,
is only for coordinators, dude. He's a great offensive coordinator. He's gonna find a way with the talent and the team that he has. They're going to be a great offensive team. This is a perfect marriage for Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think this is going to be great because Harbaugh is hopefully going to let McDaniel just do his thing. And Harbaugh can focus on everything else, but
the big stuff, the big mentality and the mindset and all that stuff.
I mean, I love it too because McDaniel, they brought in a fullback, Alec Ingold.
Yep.
They're going back to that formation like with Kyle Juszczyk. I'm excited to see what they can do. I mean, they did lose, offensive guard Zion Johnson.
Then they lost Biotish. He's out for the year.
That's
center.
That's right. So they did lose that. So their offensive line depth is already low.
It's already starting, man.
They did lose Keenan Allen.
That's nothing.
I know. They lost Odafe Owe to the Commanders.
But, I mean, they had Owe for, half a year?
I know.
Come on. What are you talking about here?
No, I think this is going to be great. I think that offense is going to do really well. the more I think about it, your pick of Lad McConkey might actually be halfway decent.
Oh, look who's coming around.
It's going to be a good offense, and they're going to score points, and he's going to be bound to pick up some of those points.
Okay.
And the defense has always been really good.
They've been good. I mean, you still got, talk about Aegis Wonder. What's the D end?
Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack still doing it for the Chargers. Good riddance, Joey Bosa.
Yeah.
They're like, it was so funny. It's like when they brought Khalil Mack, they're like, oh, tandem with Joey Bosa. And then they just saw how much better Khalil Mack was than Joey Bosa. They're like, oh, you can go.
Yep.
Yeah. And now, is Joey Bosa even on a team right now? The Bills didn't re-sign him.
I don't think he. I think he's.
And he's just floating around.
Yeah.
He might come back to San Diego. Just use them in little packages.
That'd be perfectly fine.
But I love the offense. I love the offense on this team. Herbert's always been a pure passer, and he's always been one of the most athletic quarterbacks on the field. So it's going to come down to that offensive line. I've heard that Rashawn Slater, their LT, is banged up again.
Oh, God.
His surgically repaired knee is acting up, and he's been sitting out already. And if he goes down, Joe Alt, he's great, but he was out all last year. Biotic, their starting center, is now down for the count. He might be out for the entire year. They're going to have to start a rookie Slaughter at the center. This is last year all over again.
Already.
If they can't they need to address this offensive line and just go 4 layers deep. Let's just stack up on big fatties and just get them in there. They re-signed Travis Burke, the offensive tackle, so there's something there. They added Coyote Owasika, which is more like depth for the guard. Yeah. But again, Biotic is out, man. I'm worried that this has shades of last year, but I do believe that even if that were to happen, McDaniel is smart enough in mind that he'll scheme around it, and it'll be a lot more quick passes, a lot more sweeps for the running backs, get him out of the line and get him out in open space. I can see McDaniel finding a scheme in here, which would be a shame, though, because Mike McDaniel is also prone to, creating those plays that give you those deep threats. And if he can't do a five-step throw, then those are going to go out the window. But, I'm still confident. I like this team. I like that pairing, and I like that offense. And the defense, they'll hang through. They're not world beaters. They're not the Broncos. They're not the Seahawks, but they're good.
Yeah.
You still got Derwin James, who's absolutely incredible. Again, Khalil Mack can still probably get you, double-digit sacks. And they had another guy on the interior line who was just a monster. I forget what his name is. He's like a Samoan dude. I already lost who he is. But he's great, too.
Whoa, they got it's Tuli Pulota. As an edge,
Oh, is he an edge? I thought he was an interior lineman.
They did sign Dalvin Tomlinson as an interior lineman to help.
Okay.
But the big one thing I want to say, big question mark, too, is another team replacing, their defensive coordinator, Jesse Minter, the Baltimore head coach.
That's true.
Chris O'Leary's taken over, and he was a D coordinator at Western Michigan last year and was the Chargers safety coach in 2024. Look, I know, Mike McDonald was Harbaugh's D coordinator at Michigan. I guess he thinks excuse me.
Oh, goodness.
I guess he thinks that he can go back to college and grab somebody to be that D coordinator. But I don't know, replacing an NFL head coach, tough task ahead of you.
Yeah.
With that, especially with the expectations, and if the offense is going to be kind of down for the count, they're going to have to rely on that defense. So it is always tough to replace, but you never know. He could come in and do a great job.
Yeah, their first round pick was an edge rusher, Akeem Mesidor. So
that's right, from Miami.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
they're loaded on defense.
They are
to be good.
They got talent, that's for sure. But another team that I think you could say unquestionably has skill position talent in this division is the Raiders. You got Mendoza now, who's really just the future in waiting with Kirk Cousins still kind of there as well. Your boy Alshon, your first round pick in our fantasy
2 years
draft.
in a row.
Got Brock Bowers. Everybody's in love with this tight end.
He is really good.
And then, the wide receivers leave something to be desired.
They do. They just signed Noah Brown.
Okay.
I know. They're trying.
Is that it?
I know, they're trying.
But they got Trey Tucker. I mean, Trey Tucker had flashes. I mean, everybody's been high on this guy, Jack Beck, that they picked up in the draft. What was it, last year?
Maybe 2 years ago? I can't remember.
They need to go get Hunter Renfrow back. Bring him back.
They should.
You love you some Hunter.
Dude, those routes he runs. Watch a quick YouTube highlight of the routes he runs and the professional DBs that he makes fall over on some of those routes.
I mean, they had some pretty key free agent signings. They won the Linderbaum sweepstakes.
Yes,
they got Linderbaum. N'Kobe Dean is a tenacious linebacker. Quay Walker, who plays with a mean streak.
I love him.
Quay Walker. I wanted Quay on the Commanders.
Yeah, I think I would love him on the Steelers.
So I mean, they had some big signings. But with what the signings that they did and the young talent that they have on offense, are they building for something, or are they ready now, or is this a couple years down the road, or are they ready to kind of make a big step this year?
I mean, look, I'm going to be a huge Raiders fan this year because
yes, you are.
of Ashton Genty, and I do love Brock Bowers as well. The big question is, will Max Crosby be traded? That could still happen. I think right now he's happy with everything, but if they go start 0-4, he might really want out. I mean, he was a Baltimore Raven until he failed that physical.
Yeah.
So they've already proven they could get rid of him once, and if they start cratering to start the season, it could happen again. I'll say I think I like the Raiders, I'd say, over like the Arizona Cardinals, because the NFC West is a bunch of like young guns as head coaches, whereas this AFC West, it's got a bunch of the old heads in the position.
Yeah, Andy Reid. Yeah, you got
Harbaugh.
I mean, Harbaugh's technically not, but I see what you're saying.
And they got you got Sean Payton.
Of course, Sean Payton's
and Clint Kubiak, the young guy. Maybe they kind of surprise. Maybe he brings in some new wrinkles that the old guys don't know about. I don't know. Yeah, I know, right?
It's like, tight ends can do what?
Brought in 3 tight ends? Can you even do that?
I mean, I've been hearing a lot in camp that they've been doing a lot of 2 tight end sets. Mitch Meyer, he was a top pick too.
I know.
But he's just been forgotten because everybody's like, Brock Bowers this, Brock Bowers that.
Why do you hate Brock Bowers?
I just don't, I don't believe the hype. I mean, like, I haven't seen enough I've seen him injured more than I've seen him on the field.
I think if Brock Bowers were on like the Denver Broncos or Seattle Seahawks, I think you'd be looking at like Gronkowski catching the ball and scoring touchdowns, or Travis Kelce. Like,
maybe.
I think he's that talented. He just
you're giving him you're comping him to some of the greatest in the last decade.
Yes, I think from what he did in college as a tight end.
You just said that like the transition from college to pros for quarterbacks is night and day, and now you're saying, oh, but with tight ends, if you're awesome in college, you're going to be awesome.
Bauer's film in these first 2 years. When he's healthy, he's the only option to throw to, and he still makes the catches, still makes the plays. Get a better team around him, he'd be a first-team All-Pro tight end.
I'm sorry, I can't believe in an offense where they're like, okay, our offense, our passing runs through our tight end. That is hard for me to kind of conceptualize.
And that's how good he is. That's what you can rely on that. But every team knows that that's where you're going to go with the ball, and he still is their best receiver, still one of the best tight ends in the league.
Okay.
Put him on a team that has just give me
Stats
one
say
other
otherwise.
Just give me
Stats
one
say
other
otherwise.
wide receiver weapon to have. And Brock Bowers.
You got it. Noah Brown. Let's go. Noah Brown.
This is where you're really going to see Brock at his best.
We'll see, man. I think that Clint Kubiak will be smart enough to find the talent in that room, and I do think you will see a lot more 2 tight end sets for a couple reasons. One, because Meyer is a great pass catching tight end in his own right, and if you have 2 big, beefy dudes running down the middle of the field, you got to pick one. The other one's going to be open, and also those guys are pretty decent blockers too, and Genty could use some extra help with an extra big man on the line pushing that pile. So I wouldn't be surprised if you saw their starting set be a 2 tight end set.
I wouldn't either. I think that's their best lineup.
You got Mitch Meyer, no fullback. You got Mitch Meyer. You got Brock Bowers. You got Trey Tucker. And newly added Noah Brown.
Yes.
That's a gross wide receiver room.
Hey, they got Kirk and Mendoza, though, throwing on the ball. Better than Geno Smith.
Yeah. But I mean, Gino looked so lost last year. But again, how much do you put that on him, and how much you put on that offensive line?
I put on the offensive line.
Yeah.
I put on the coordinator. I put it on the coach. They had Chip Kelly and who was the coach last year that got fired? I can't remember, but it was not a good
Wasn't
combination.
it like the linebacker for the Giants from a long time ago, Antonio?
Was it Antonio? I don't think he was there last year. Maybe a couple years ago.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, it was the Patriots offensive coordinator who keeps failing.
Oh yeah, like it's just you can't win with him. Like he's a coordinator, man.
Yeah, Mike McDaniels are
Give it
some
up.
guys are just
Give
good
it
at coordinators.
up. Yeah.
Just stay as a coordinator. All right, so let's get to the end of the division, man. We went through the teams. Who do you have winning this division?
I think I got Denver.
Okay.
With I think the Chargers in a very close second. I'm buying in on the Chargers. I really am. I think the defense can really carry them. I think McDaniels, he's a great offensive coordinator, and he'll do the best of almost anybody if that offensive line is a problem. He's not just going to sit there and say, I guess, Herbert, you're just going to have to run the ball like they did last year. Gave him no help on offense. Then I think you got the Chiefs, and I think you got the Raiders. And honestly, I think the Raiders will be closer to the Chiefs than the Chiefs will be to the Chargers and Broncos.
Okay.
I'm not buying in on the Chiefs.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to. What have they shown or what have they done other than, again, going out and getting Kenneth Walker? That was their big splashy thing. But I mean, again, it's like running backs for me. They don't move the needle
Well,
as
you're
far
right.
as game changing.
He's gotten hurt every year he's been in the league except for last year. Can you super rely on that for him to be healthy for you?
Yeah.
When they do have a backup, they did sign that Amari DeMercado as a running back. I mean, I know.
Emmett Johnson. Emmett Johnson is going to be the backup to Kenneth Walker.
Okay, the Chiefs will not make the playoffs. Slowest 40 other running backs.
Doesn't matter.
Not quick.
Very fast and pads, baby. Fast and pads. All right. I will start for the bottom. Yes, the Raiders are going to be the bottom. They're not ready yet. I know the Lindenbaum was this big splashy offensive, signing for them and trying to bolster that offensive line. I don't think it's enough. I think that offensive line has still got some work to do.
It does have work.
The talent is there, but Kirk, again, he's still going to be running that team, and when they hand it over to Mendoza, that's going to be them waving the white flag.
Yep.
And there's going to be, all right, let's just get some reps in for this guy. So I still have them at the bottom of this. I do have the Chiefs in third. It really is neck and neck for me for Denver and I keep calling them San Diego. My wife would be so proud.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to correct you.
But the Chargers, it comes down to like Denver's got a better defense, but the Chargers have a better quarterback. And I am going to go. I'm going to say Chargers. I'm going to go Chargers win the division because I do believe in that offense. I do believe Mike McDaniel. Again, he'll just go back to his scheming ways.
Yep.
His little impish scheming ways. Trying to make out with Wendy Peppercorn.
I know.
And Lad's going to lead the league in receptions. And that defense is going to be a top 10 defense. So if the Denver is the number 1 defense, the Chargers have a number 10 defense. Herbert versus Bo Nix,
Okay.
I think that's not even a comparison. Herbert is leaps and bounds better than him.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's much of a difference in the skill positions. I would probably argue that the skill positions are better on the Chargers. Marion Hampton greater than J.K. Dobbins or R.J. Harvey.
Yeah.
Ladd and Waddle I kind of put as a wash. They're both on my fantasy team. So I guess I'd go and they've got a stacked tight end group. They could go 3 deep at tight end. They got a Rhonda Gadsden.
That's true.
And they got Njoku.
That's actually going to be a under the radar huge pickup. I'm glad you brought that up. I did see that the other day, and I was like, really?
Yeah. So I mean, like it's going to rely on that offensive line. I think the offensive line can somehow stay together. But I'll take the Chargers in winning this division. I'll see a new division winner in the NFC.
Okay.
Or the AFC West. But man, that's our first preview. Next week, do we know? Are we doing north, south, or east? Have you decided yet?
Let's do the South.
Yeah. Okay.
South.
Yeah, you want to hold off on your Steelers a little bit.
We'll do them the we'll do them after that, and then we'll finish with the East.
Finish with the East.
Yeah.
All right. Finish with the East, and we can start with the East. We're at just about 2 hours, man.
I wanted to throw just one more thing out there because I've been thinking this could happen. Forgot to bring it up with the Rams,
big guy,
because they drafted Ty Simpson.
Yes,
who looked good in his preseason game. I got this eerie feeling because you got this eerie feeling about like the injuries and them just not being able to be perfect. Got me thinking. What if? Because this reminds me of a situation with a loaded team.
Exactly what you're gonna say.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Like when the Dallas Cowboys and Tony Romo went down and Dak Prescott came in?
Okay, not exactly. I thought you were going to pull a Patriots Bledsoe.
Oh, well, I was going to second that perhaps that could happen. But I was thinking more like, because when Romo went down and Dak came in, everyone for like 3 weeks said there is no way that Dak is going to be the quarterback when Romo is healthy.
Yeah.
What if
there's no
Stafford goes down and what's his name? I just forgot his name.
Ty Simpson?
Ty Simpson comes in and plays lights out.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so because Stafford's again, you look at from a statistical standpoint, he might be the greatest quarterback of our generation. From a statistical standpoint.
You're right. You're not wrong.
And he just won a Super Bowl, just won an MVP. I mean, he just won a Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl, just won an MVP. Depending on how bad the injury is, it would have to be pretty egregious.
But what if it is kind of okay, to that point, the Bledsoe and Brady, what if it's week 17 and Stafford's ready to come back and Simpson's been rolling?
Hot hand? I could see it, maybe. But, I mean, I don't know. Like Ty Simpson... I guess.
No one thought Dak Prescott would be Dak Prescott.
Ty Simpson. Remember when we were talking about it in college football? We were like, who the F is this guy?
Hey, I like Ty Simpson.
You did like Ty Simpson. Yeah,
so maybe that's why I brought this up. I was like, this would be kind of cool
Ty.
if he comes in.
If only it was Marcel Reed, who's on my college
fantasy
football team.
I think I logged in the round right after you drafted him. So I had to go get Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan, that's a great pick.
Dude, I got Super Saiyan, Deontay Moore, and I got the guy from SMU. My quarterbacks are rich.
I got a Nebraska quarterback on my team. Last pick of the draft.
He's going to get dropped so fast.
He might be. Why are we in a 6-team?
I know.
6
we tried something.
We did.
I'm going to give up probably within the first 3 weeks. I'm just laid
All I know is that I'm playing Jimbo in week 1, and I'm starting Marcel Reed for you. Like this is I auto drafted for like 2 seconds, and I ended up with
4 picks.
I ended up with 4 picks, and they were all 2 Oklahoma State, 2 Rutgers. I got the running backs for Rutgers and Oklahoma State, and the number 1 wide receivers for Rutgers and Oklahoma State.
That's not good,
right? I was like, oh no.
Well, actually, Oklahoma State's they got that like Western Camp guy or something from like Western Texas or something, that North Texas. So they're going to be a high-powered offense.
Goal, like if I didn't go on auto draft, my goal was going to be just going Big 12. I was like, everybody's scoring. Everybody's scoring in that conference. It's just going to be high scoring. I'm just going to get all the people. So that's why I got the Oklahoma State running back, wide receiver. I got running back for Houston. I got the best kicker in the league. Probably paid him $1 million because he's on Texas Tech, Harrington.
Of course they did.
Harrington.
I got Texas Tech's running back and tight end.
Do you?
I do.
I got
Oklahoma's defense.
I got the 30-year-old Chambliss who keeps coming back and playing football. He's on my team. I got the connection on Texas A&M. I got Marcel Reed and I got Craver. Number 1 wideouts.
I like that.
Team them up. And for you, I got the white boy running back for Penn State, Carson Hansen. Oh, God. Tell me about Carson Hansen. Give me a little feedback on Carson.
I'm pretty sure he's from Iowa State because they only got 24 transfers from Iowa State. It's the Penn State Hawkeyes.
He's on my team. I'm looking at it. It's 0% rostered. Why is this guy on my team? Half of my team is 0% rostered. I got this guy tight end for Kansas State because I told you Big 12.
Yeah.
Garrett Oakley, 0% rostered. Okay, this is broken. It has everybody. It has Chambliss at 0. But you know why? It's because nobody else does a freaking college fantasy football draft.
The best part is this is our college football preview right here.
This is
it.
No, we're gonna have an actual one.
Are
We do have a special guest on our next episode. Very excited.
Yes.
So you guys have something to look forward to. We have also kind of a new kitschy thing that we're gonna kind of try and kick in here that goes along with our new guest, which will be very, very excited. No, it's not Sea Bear. No. You know, we can only handle so much Excalibur, at once. Just like all the ladies. We can only take so much at once.
I'm still recovering.
Yeah.
It's going to take some time.
A lot of ice.
But no, another hint, it is not someone that we know.
Ooh.
That will...
Mystery guest. Yes.
Very exciting for the pod.
So, I think the hot seat.
Yeah.
Put him in the hot seat. The UNO... Bubble blaster. I don't know.
Bubble blaster.
We're at 2 hours. This is when it starts going off the rails.
I know.
We had something. I mean, this is big on the news. We're not going to do a thing, but yeah, Jaden Daniels versus LSU. Whose side are you on this?
LSU.
I mean,
Jaden Daniels, you look like a tool.
I mean, yeah, Jaden Daniels. For those of you that need a real quick reminder, he had a cease and desist of them using his likeness because they let some other player use his number 5.
Yeah.
I don't care if you won the Heisman. You didn't take him to a national championship. You were a transfer in.
That's the big one for me.
It helps that you had Malik Neighbors you were throwing to, and who was the other wide receiver that he had? Brian Thomas Jr. You had NFL wide receivers you were throwing to help you with those stats. And Jaden Daniels is on my team. Dude, just let it go. That's so petty. Don't use my likeness.
You're in the NFL now. You're better than that. You look like a petty, child at this point. And look, I mean, maybe it's because I have a number 16 is a jersey that I would always love to wear. I don't know if there was someone else that wanted to wear it, and I wasn't the legend at the school, the guy that took you to a national championship or was there for all 4 years and gave all their blood, sweat, and tears for that team. Anyone else should just give up that number. It's not retired.
It's more like it's a unwritten rule.
There's one guy, I think his last name was Cannon. I think he was there in the 50s or something. They technically haven't retired it, but they're not going to give that to anybody. But I mean, technically Joe Burrow's number is up for grabs.
Technically, but it hasn't been used. But at the same time, you can't compare those. That's apples and oranges.
It is.
This guy had the greatest season of all time.
Yes.
Joe Burrow had the greatest collegiate college football quarterback season of all time.
And the greatest almost team of all time.
You can't compare. And they won the national championship. Not comparable.
Nope.
Leonard Fournette, has his number been used since?
Probably.
Greater than Jaden Daniels' LSU career.
Yes. Jaden had one season there, and he didn't. They barely made a bowl game. I think they lost 3 or 4 games.
So you're talking about is your argument that because you won an individual award, the team should honor your number? That wasn't a team award. That was an individual award. I don't care if it was the Heisman.
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense to me. But I don't know.
Yeah, I just was sitting there. I was like,
he's not going to be welcome back to Death Valley anytime soon.
That's basically, the cease and desist basically said, there was another reason why it's just give it to him, because he's enemy number 1 now. LSU almost has to let the cornerback wear that number now because it's about LSU. It's not about Jaden Daniels anymore. He basically turned on them.
Yeah. And again, if I was Jaden Daniels, this would be a nothing burger to me. I'd just be okay, that's fine, whatever.
Dude, the kid's supposed to be really good. Go ahead, use my jersey number. Sure.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to some kid that's really good than some guy riding the pine. At least it's going to a 5-star recruit.
You got that the backup kicker. It's exactly. I don't know, we're number 5. You're what?
No. Then I might be Jaden might be look, come on, man. At least have a stud wearing my jersey.
You hear some of the funny stuff. Have you heard Von Miller's going to the Cowboys?
I saw.
You heard what he offered the guy who was holding number 40?
No.
He's got a chicken company.
Yes.
Lifetime chicken.
Here, take my jersey.
Right? Chicken for life?
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Make sure it's in writing and a super contract.
Right.
But yes.
Did you ever hear the story?
Price of food these days? Come on.
Inflation?
Yes.
Yeah. We talking about full breasts or we talking about thighs? Because there's a differentiator.
That's going to be in the negotiations.
Do you a breast guy or you like a thigh guy? We're talking about chicken.
Oh. Well, both are going to be a breast if we're talking about I have grown really to enjoy the chicken thighs, though.
I'm a thigh guy.
They're easier to grill. You can just let them on there forever.
Yeah.
And they don't go
I
bad.
just throw them in the oven. I was like, throw them in the oven 45 minutes.
Yeah.
They're fucking effing juicy. You're just gonna get explicit now because I dropped one thing.
After 2 hours.
I back when I lived in Hawaii, and the other was because again, as me, I need something easy. I can just do some paprika, some garlic powder, some onion powder. A little seasoning, throw it in the oven. Super easy meal. Only thing I learned is that me, and it's like if I go out and I come back and I'm hungry, like I have a tendency of leaving food out.
Yes, you do.
I have a tendency of doing this. So there's one time in Hawaii, me and Jimbo were going hard. We came back to my place, and I had this gorgeous place. It was a shoebox, but the location was great. It was looking right over Queens Beach, right in downtown Waikiki. Great view of the ocean. Nothing to do with the story, but I just want to brag because I really like that place. Heavy night. Like I was like, man, I'm starving. I had some chicken thighs. Just throw them in the oven. I pass out. Jimbo's awake, and he smells it. Doesn't wake me up. This is like 5 chicken thighs.
Yeah.
Demolishes them all.
Good for you, Jimbo.
And he's like, when are you making them chicken thighs again?
I know. No, they are good.
They are delicious.
What you gotta do though with the chicken breast, you gotta slice it in half.
Yes.
And then you can, I like to use like a balsamic vinaigrette and Italian seasoning. Get it in there. Throw that in the oven.
Yeah.
Cooks them a little bit faster.
Okay.
But they don't. You got to make sure you take them out at the right time. But
you don't overcook them. Get a little tough.
Yeah. And the chicken thighs do have a little bit of fat on them.
Yes, they do. They're not as healthy. Yes, chicken breast is like the A squad, S tier of like healthy proteins. I get it. But sometimes you get a little fat on there.
I know. I mean, it does make them taste a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Back in the day. So growing up, I used to be such an early bird. And so my parents made sure to teach me like 2 things. One, how to make oatmeal for my breakfast in the morning. So I didn't have to wake them up to make breakfast. And then I love pasta, still do.
You do? Oh, man.
I know.
Oh, man. How many times have I walked you in just eating butter noodles?
Yeah.
Like, don't come in here!
Like a full plate, like it's covering the full
You were
plate.
crushing it. It was like pornographic. You're I was like, oh, can you get a room?
In heaven.
You're like, I am in my room.
Get out of my room. But so I didn't know how to do, that was all I really knew how to cook.
But it was your sweet spot. You liked it.
Yeah, I loved it.
Why learn something new if it's enjoyable?
But man, the thing that came out that tried to kind of get me like slice into cooking, especially in college, was the George Foreman. Dude, I would take just a frozen chicken breast.
Yeah.
And plop that thing on a George Foreman. No, I didn't marinate.
No
it.
seasoning. No nothing.
Frozen.
Straight protein.
Just plop that thing
Straight
on
protein.
there and cook it. And man, the outside would be so tough. Like it was just like a layer of it was so thick. It was like almost like paint like on there. Like it just was thick. And then the inside would be like barely cooked, like just cooked enough. It was so bad.
We were not cooking for dates. When we were in college and I was living with Will Billy, Sea Bear, and A Money. We'll call him A Money.
Okay.
My go-to, just because it was super easy, but it was just the most trifling thing in the world, was they had salmon burgers at Costco.
Yeah.
Disgusting. But they were super healthy and protein. I was like, I'm going to crush these. But then I negated it all because then I would like just pummel it with barbecue sauce. I'm like, it's like there's no fat in barbecue sauce. It's just a ton of sodium. It was a salmon, and it wasn't even on a bun. It was just a flat patty. Salmon burger patty.
Good for you.
Covered in barbecue sauce.
Dude, I used to get the frozen burger patties.
Those were good. The Bubba's?
Yes. And make like 2 of them on the George Foreman and just put at least 2 slices of cheese on top of each one. And it was just basically cheese with a little bit of burger. No, I will always say, any kids out there, like high school, college kids, learn how to cook or at least learn how to cook like 3 meals.
Yeah. Have a staple
Yeah.
cookbook that you go to.
A girl, especially that age, you will have such an easy in. It's such a unique, different date than just going to the movies or going to a party together.
Yeah.
Like cooking for a girl. Yeah.
You got to put the effort in.
Yeah.
Don't just focus on the Riz. Don't rely on the Riz. You got to have some talent behind it.
You do. And showing just the effort alone will score you so many more points.
Yeah. You put that apron on, you start whisking away, man.
Just the
it's
apron
hot and
on.
bothered. Ooh, yeah, all right. Have you ever gone, just al dente when you're cooking for the missus? When naked in the kitchen?
Not at our current location.
Oh, my.
Because we like to keep like the door open and that faces right into the kitchen.
You mean the front door?
Yeah, the front door.
Just a bear butt.
Yep.
J bear. Yeah. A J bear butt. Like man, it's like cooking or like dinner's on. All right, let's go.
I think before we moved to Richmond, I think when we lived together, like very briefly after we got married, and I think one day, I think I was off work with the retail, and my wife went into work, and I think when she came home, I was cooking like naked.
Yeah.
And,
Whoa,
she
right.
like walked through the door, and I think she was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Didn't have the response you're looking for.
Not really, but
you wanted her to be like, put that spatula down. Use it as spaghetti.
I mean, that might have happened after the initial, but it was just kind of like, what's going on here? Like,
Yeah.
Who are you? Like, what are you doing? I was like, I don't
Spicing
know.
it up.
I thought it'd be funny.
A little spicy in the kitchen.
Yeah. And it's like the smallest kitchen in the world. But yeah, I was sitting there and she just was like, all right, I guess this is what you're doing.
You're like trying to squeeze by. You're like dong, like knocks the pan off. Like, yeah, dude.
It is a weird feeling I'll give you when we're talking about the restaurant.
Yes.
We're
this is our second nude cooking segment of this.
Some of our episodes kind of have a theme.
Yeah.
And we don't actually plan for it.
Nope,
We
just
kind of get there.
Kind of stumble into it.
But I did feel weird, even though when I had the apron covering my front. I mean, you literally do feel like you are naked, though.
Yeah.
And exposed.
Yes, exposed is the key word, yes.
So there is that feeling where even though you feel like you got the cover and if something were to spill, but you're like, now it's just one layer between, like, that food.
A thin layer of gabardine. Just like
Seinfeld.
He gave you the Seinfeld reference. There you go.
I was hoping you would.
Oh, man. Well, we'll get back to some more naked cooking. We've got, I'm sure our guests will love this, topic. We'll see if we can bring it up.
Yeah.
So you ever naked cooked for you? But, we'll have a special guest. We're not going to give you any hints. Just kind of tune in and kind of see it. I've given you the preseason picks for those bets. So go out and get them. Don't worry, boys. I will put it in the WhatsApp, and I will try and entice you a little bit more.
I know you will.
Get those D-Gen juices up flowing. But more to come. We'll have 2 new previews for the NFL. We'll have a nice little college talk because next week, man, it's week 0. College football is here, man.
I'm excited to get to actual action on the field.
I wanted to. We got to do like our predictions for our national champion. We have to.
Yeah.
Before the season starts, got to pick our favorites.
I love that we can have a chance at picking the Heisman Trophy winner this year.
We could.
Did you
going
hear
Marcel
about that?
Reed?
He's just causing some mischief.
You hear naked cooking. He's like,
I know.
I'm naked right now.
What are we eating? But did you hear that about the Heisman?
No, what?
So as part of now the voting, they're going to include a fan vote.
I hate it. That's the worst. Fans are idiots.
I know.
Fans are so stupid, and it's just going to be the largest fan base.
Like, yes. I mean, remember when the Kansas City Royals had like 7 starters because...
That was deserved.
No, not all 7.
That was deserved.
No, oh my God. They were not all deserved.
Ego was.
No. He can't hit.
He can't hit.
No offense to the guy. He can't really hit.
Offense taken.
Yeah, I know. I can feel
but
it.
No, that makes you look like such a trifling organization that you're like, for the Heisman?
Yes,
like,
I know.
Sure, like if they had an all-star, sure, the fans can vote for all-stars, but not the Heisman. Like, somebody has watched like a quarter of a game, but because they're on the alma mater, I don't know how big this guy.
Yeah, whatever school that is, they're just going to have this huge hype that they're just going to try to get their player to get as many votes as possible to try to win the damn thing.
Yeah, I hate it. And I'm trying to get off the hate train. You
sorry.
got me back
I'm
on. So
sorry.
thank you so much. I've said I've hated 2 things. What else did I say I hated on this episode?
Was it? Oh, well, you hate's a strong word. You don't like running backs. You don't buy into running backs.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll listen back. We'll find out what
know.
I hate. You know what I love, though? I love that you owe somebody an apology. You owe someone an apology. Are you giving it?
I can give them an apology.
Go ahead.
Look, I'm not, and nor will I ever be anywhere nearly as famous or out there as like Skip Bayless.
Okay.
But I think the one thing that I will definitely differentiate from
Well, you're
him
not
is,
also a complete twat like Skip Bayless,
I'm
so
not
you
a
got that
complete
going
twat.
for you. Yeah.
I'm also not just going to continue to stick to my guns no matter what my thoughts are, and no matter how egregious it turns out to be in the long run, I'm still not going to stick to it, like Tim Tebow being a really good quarterback. I said a few things about Pete Crow Armstrong. I said a few things about the guy that drafted him in our fantasy league, Jimbo.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't look good at the beginning of the season. I feel like I had some good facts to back me up, but he had a complete turnaround. He's a 30-30 season.
30-30 season.
He's potentially the leading MVP candidate in the National League.
Yeah.
And he's well-deserved. He's had his moments. I mean, he just did something in 16 years that no one's done. Hit a leadoff home run and a walk-off home run.
Yeah.
He's a great defender.
Yeah,
Steals
one of the
bases.
best. One of the best wars.
I was completely wrong, and I really should have taken that trade for Trout, Murakami, and I believe it was Ely De La Cruz for Pete Crow Armstrong. I should have actually taken that trade.
You would have looked like a genius.
And yet I didn't.
Nope.
Because I didn't buy into it. But congrats. I'll see you in the playoffs, and hope that Pete has his worst week of all time. Hit that 220 mark. That's another episode of Undrafted and Overconfident. The two friends who've been arguing about sports for 20 years and still can't agree on anything. Give us a follow and like on Instagram at Undrafted and Overconfident. You can even email us at undraftedandoverconfident@gmail.com. And we'll be back next week with a guest. Different takes, same nonsense. Thanks, y'all.
Peace.